This video contains gratuitous use of profanity
and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought.
Viewer discretion advised.
Oh shit! Mud shark. You're not a mud shark. You're barely even a fish.
This is a Pink Podcast.
This is fucked up.
Win by Two, they're actually a podcast out of Philadelphia.
Who knows Win by Two radio?
Where's John Di Caprio? Did he ask about me?
Fuck Carl! He's effectively done in this business. Funny the podcast, catching people like Dr. Mingo.
So I'm a dumb guy.
I'm hoping John Di Caprio is, but...
Take your fucking bra off, Aaron!
Like, let me guess, does he attack everyone?
I'm gonna be yelling at him the whole time tonight. Your show sucks!
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, fuck. No! Whoa, we're back. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, thank you. Your host has arrived with lights. Ow. Now I know what Sweaty's dealing with. How's the saturation today, MGD? Are we oversaturated or what's going on? I don't know. Welcome back in. You know the show. You know the drill. Did he go hard in the paint? I think he did. We're back. We're in the bunker. I'm just going to start doing... Instead of using my soundboard, I think I'm just going to start mouthing the soundboard. I think that's really the way to go. Happy Friday. It's so good to be here on this final day of Black History Month. Yes, we've made it through. Well, not yet. George Floyd's month, Martin Luther King Jr., LeBron James, and Shaquille O'Neal, and all the blacks in between. Congratulations. You've made it another month of Black History. BHM, as they say. Black History Months Matter, or whatever. I don't even know. Welcome in. February 28th, final day of possibly it all. Who knows? You know, you're not promised tomorrow. We just take things for granted and just expect to wake up. Yeah, we're not even promised another day. Today's going to be a fun show. I can assure everyone that. So strap the fuck in and let's do it, Matthew. What do you say?
I didn't think it sucked a dick. I thought we're having fun.
We're having some fun today. We're having some fun today. I just sniffed like 3 ibuprofen 800s right before the show. Listen to some Judas Priest. I'm in the fucking mood. You know, despite the headache, I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. I have some clarity, I think. No, not Claritin, even though that might help for my headache as well. I know I have some clarity, some true clarity on everything, really. I mean, I don't know. It's, sorry, there's a million things happening on my screen here all at once. All right, yeah, I don't even know. Clarity, was I talking about? I mean, what are you doing, April?
I had kids to take care of this weekend. I was having fun.
Well, luckily for me, I have no kids to take care of. So, again, kudos to me.
Kudos to Win by 2 Radio.
And where's the...
We are back.
There it
We're
is.
in the bunker. We're doing it. We're
It's a
having
7-drop show today.
Going down. It's going down, everybody.
It's going down in Win by 2 town today. Let me just start off by saying, well, what we have coming up for you guys here today. There's a bunch of people making messes, not being, I don't even know, well. I guess they're not well. Steel Toe, not well. You guys obviously know who Aaron Imholte is by now. If you don't know who Aaron Imholte is, well, go watch the last, what would you say? Michaela, Jeff Closer, what would you say, about 252 episodes of Steel Toe lore? No, it can't be 250. That sounds a bit high. Or maybe it has. I don't know. I think I started covering Steel Toe right around episode 180. We are now at 330. Give it up for 337. 337 episodes in. There's no signs of slowing down. Hopefully we could do 337 more. You know, when I was a young chap before the podcast, you know, I always wanted to start a show of my own. I always wanted to speak the word. I always wanted to be on here and do what Joe Rogan did. I looked up to Joe Rogan, man, even though he's smaller than I am. I did look up to Joe Rogan and his podcasting abilities, and I was like, wow, that one day could be me talking into a microphone. And somewhere along the way, I don't know how I got mixed up in covering somebody from St. Cloud, Minnesota, who, I mean, really is probably one of the worst people on this earth. You know him, Aaron Imholte. A couple updates from him we're going to get into later on the show. He's Aaron. He's just doing Aaron things. And it's hard to look away. And I know to some people, the Steel Toe stuff can get a little over redundant. It just gets played out, oversaturated. Everyone's covering them. But again, you know, when I first started covering this, beggar, hard ER at the end, there wasn't many people doing it. And to watch him, pretty much evolve into, or I say evolve, devolve really is a better word there. To watch him devolve into what he's now, essentially, where he has nothing at all. It really is, I never could have pictured, I've made wild accusations in the past about what I think Aaron would do or would be, or predictions on different things, but I never could picture where he is today. And for many people who don't know, yeah, he's got to go to court in May. He's got HROs and, beaten wives. It's a mess. He's got to beg every day to survive. Who knows? Does he hit his goal most times? Sure. But do we even actually know that to be true? He gets these random $100 donations. I was watching the show the other night, and all of a sudden a guy named Justin or Joey or John, or I don't even know it's a weird name. All the people that, it's fascinating to me. And I really do hope one day somebody takes it upon themselves to really put together a documentary to really encapsulate like this era that we're living in. I think that will be the case, because this is a special man. This is a special guy, this Aaron. And all the people, like I was saying, all the people that donate to his show via PayPal and Venmo, Streamlabs, and Cashapp, you never see chatting in the show. You never see them chat. Now, I get it. There's some people who just watch. They don't feel the need to chat in chat rooms, which, okay, you just like to listen or watch or whatever the case may be. But you mean to tell me all of your biggest donations on PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, not one of those people chat. I mean, that to me it doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. I don't know why I'm ranting about this. It's just fascinating because it happened the other day. I was talking about him begging. That's why I'm ranting about it. And it happened the other day. I'm just thinking, like, who are they? Just release release a screenshot of at least one of those transactions happening, and then I could shut the fuck up. I'll eat my own words, But until then, he has to beg to survive. He has to beg to eat every day and to go on in this life. And we're going to watch a, dare I say, majestic clip from So Thorough Joe Burrow, which we watched a clip, I think it was maybe 2 shows ago now, where So Thorough Joe Burrow, if you're not subscribed, I highly suggest go giving So Thorough Joe Burrow a subscription. Because what So Thorough Joe Burrow does, I mean, he really takes a steel toe episode and just wipes out all the nonsense, all the political talk, all of the trans talk and the Nazi talk and the homosexual talk. And he really boils it down to about 7 to 10 minutes of what you need to see on steel toe. And that's just him, pleading for just another 10 minutes to do a show, for another $7. I just couldn't imagine that. And I know we see it on a daily basis. And I know, like I said, to some people, it might just be, okay, we get it. He begs, he's pathetic. Move on. I can't move on. That's the problem. Is it bad for me to say I enjoy it too much? I enjoy watching this man, literally clap like a fucking seal. Every day of his life. Is that bad for me to say? By the way, if you're getting ads today, I do apologize. But then again, I don't, because you do have the option to go YouTube Premium. So if you're one of these people who are getting ads, times are tough around here. Ate ramen noodles for the first time last night in a while, and I really started contemplating, all these people, I'm just letting them watch for free. So time to turn on some ads. No, I'm just kidding. If you're getting ads, next show, there will not be any ads. I don't know. I'm not trying to change everything now. Everything's already going. I don't know what happened. I think I probably clicked monetization on, honestly, but I didn't know they were going to be bombarding you with this, because they only say, whatever, we're not going to talk about ads here today. Talk about Steel Toe. We're going to get into him, and So Thorough Joe Burrow, like I said, made a great clip. And as well with Steel Toe, he's going to get into some sex talk. Well, not really sex talk, but he's going to go over how somebody puts into a chat room the other day that, Steel Toe got sent a clip. Aaron got sent a clip from one of his chatters. And they're like, yo, man, like back in the April days when you guys used to do all that sex talk and, it was very cringe. And to which Aaron goes, yeah, man, when I had April on the show, all that sex talk we would do, yeah, it was very cringe. I was starting to kill my own show. It's my point to saying that is basically nothing has changed. He still talks about sex every day. It's very cringe. If you're a host of any sort on any platform whatsoever to talk about sex, unless you're like a sex talk podcast specifically, but even then it's like, what are you doing? Very cringe. So I called him in this little conundrum that we're going to go over here coming up today. That'll be the last thing we do is all the steel. There's a bunch. There's really a bunch of shit to get into with this man. Got some Kumia updates today. He was walking in the woods. Give it up for people that like to walk in the woods. Kumia. Kumia gets a new radio gig. How does he celebrate? By walking in the woods. Walking in the woods. Now, I couldn't tell you the last time I walked into the woods. It was maybe I think the last time I walked into the woods was like when I was 17 and like pot was illegal. So like you would walk to the woods to be like discreet and not get caught by your parents or law enforcement. God forbid. But that's probably the last time I've walked in the woods, to be honest with you. Kumia, though, Kumia he loves walking in the woods, and he does like a little Kumia unleash, much like Opie and Chad and Joey C. and a lot of these people that like to do walk and talk streams. They're unleashed on the streets of wherever they're unleashed from. And Kumia is starting to do a little bit of the same, but in the woods. He's not in the city. He's not in the Charlotte or wherever the big town is in South Carolina, Gainesville. I don't even know if that's a place in Charlotte or South Carolina, rather. But yeah, he's a clip of Kumia walking in the woods here today. I thought it was amazing of how he, really simplifies and just pontificates of how nice walking in the woods is. I mean, seriously, like, I'm not joking when I'm saying this. Like, this is actually happening. I think he's starting to go a little fucking cuckoo. So we're going to get to that coming up here in a little bit. EY, you know what I'm talking about. Law enforcement. Yeah, that would be the worst thing. You know, you're trying to smoke weed and then you have to worry about cops. It's like, you would think I was like fucking Pablo Escobar. It's like, I'm smoking a little bowl. I'm smoking the tiniest roach. Leave me be. There's literally worse things I could be doing. And then only for, 5 years later for it to be completely recreational and legal. I don't know. But luckily, weed is legal. Well, most states, you know, unless you're Florida and you're still living in like the 17th century where they view weed as on the same scale as like heroin, meth, crack cocaine. It's like, what do we do in Florida? I mean, can we get with it? You want to be like this, like, free state of Florida, man. We're the freest state in the land, Florida. But you can't even legalize pot? I mean, what are we doing? What are we talking about here? We're going to get to, the woods walker himself, Kumia, coming up. We have this Ray DeVito stuff that broke, I believe, on Wednesday. Franklin Sheckler had posted another really great, you can't even constitute Franklin Sheckler being a quote-unquote clipper. Franklin Sheckler isn't a clipper. He's a storyteller, a documentarist, I guess, if you will. Posted this revealing tape about Raymond. You know him, where is he at? The Vinsky. Raymond!
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole crew's here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah. I like just dumb, corny shit like that. Yeah, I do like...
Yeah. I like dumb, corny shit. I like, Raymond has found himself in the middle, smack dead in the middle of this. I mean, I guess you could call it an accusation, possibly, from this Andrea Allen character. This Andrea Allen character, I guess she had a thing for Ray DeVito back in the day. Wanted to which this blows my mind. I mean, this really tells me everything I need to know about this Andrea Allen character, where she's like, not only had a thing for Ray DeVito, but like actively tried to pursue him to the point where like they like kind of hung out. And Ray pretty much forced her to jerk him off. Good for you, Ray. Good for you, huh? What a G. I don't want you to suck my D. I don't want you to get on top and ride me like a fucking cowgirl. No, I just want you to place my penis into your hand and move it back and forth. I mean, whatever gets you off, right? You know what I mean? Whatever your cup of tea is. Now here I go talking about sex talk after I just said it's very cringe to talk about, but this is a story we're covering. It has to do with all this. So you see, if you just bring up sex talk like apropos of nothing, then it's pretty weird and cringe. Like Steel Toe. He'll start going off. I mean, you remember back in the day. I mean, he still does it to this day, but he would go off how he's like molesting April and had her in a chokehold and was spinning her around his finger and choking her with her own panties. It's like, bro, calm down. This is a morning show. Like, I get it. You're trying to be a shock jock, but sex talk is cringe. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was cool when Howard Stern and O&A did it back in the day, but here in 2025, I'm here to tell you today, if you haven't got the memo already, that sex talk is cringe. But regardless, Ray DeVito and this Andrea Allen, which I believe, how did MGD, how did you find yourself smack dead in the middle of this? That's my question. Ray, I guess, was professing secrets to MGD. I mean, this is bizarre. Nice podcast, stupid, coming in for 2. Says, handies are the coolest thing ever. When you're 15. That's a fucking...
And that's a fucking fact.
You're not wrong, Dan. You're not wrong. You know, because it's like, all right, look, this is the... I don't really... All right, this is what I'll say on handies, Dan. I could just do it myself. You know what I mean? I could just do it myself, DIY it. So why would I want someone else to, you know? The things I can't do to myself is what I'm looking for in another. But it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This bitch is like pretty much butt-ass naked in Ray DeVito's apartment. He's like, just stroke. Just stroke it. Nothing else. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Thank you for the 2. Kudos to
Win by 2 Radio.
Win by 2 Radio. MGD says, I asked Ray what the story was, and he told me what's what. Oh, so pretty simple. Just went to the source and asked. But then, so we have these screenshots from MGD. I like how MGD does that. By the way, there's nothing wrong with it. And I've always said this. Expect, if you talk to anybody online, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your best friend, you've known him for 5 years or her for 5 years. If you're back and forth in a DM or whatever in a Discord, wherever it is, just expect whatever it is that you have said to be leaked out. I mean, it's probably going to happen. If it doesn't happen, great, but just expect it to happen. And when it doesn't happen, okay, cool. But most of the time it will. And especially when there's like a host of a show like involved in like some big controversy here, expect that to be leaked. So MGD, I think, posted a screenshot. We're going to go over that with a fine-tooth comb and a magnifying glass later, like Sherlock Holmes. We'll get into the Franklin Sheckler stuff as well. We'll get into the Ray stuff. He's responded to this. Obviously, it's not his fault. I don't know. I will be the final judge, jury, and executioner on this story. And then we will go from there. We have Ray, Steel Toe, a little Kumia in the woods, a little Melton update. Nothing crazy. It's just his COVID. Melton has had COVID now twice. The fat bastard can't skate COVID. Like I said, COVID's been around for 5 years now, right? 5 fucking years of COVID has been in this public psyche. That word was psyche, by the way. I was mixed up with zeitgeist and psyche. It came out psyche. Yikes! No, but for 5 years, COVID has been around. And I haven't caught COVID not one time. Not one fucking time have I ever gotten COVID. Melton, I mean, he can't stop himself from catching COVID. So we're going to have a little Melton sickness update. Always like when people catch COVID now. It's like, are we even sure that that's what you got? Just because the test says it. You know, look, we're not going to be a Gino Bisconte rant here about COVID was, you know. But it just, to me, it's 2025. You got the measles are around. You got monkeypox is a thing. And you're still like using the excuse of COVID. Fascinating to me. So we'll get into Melton. We'll get into little Kevin Brennan I see here that just came across my desk. Ex-comedian from Melton's channel. Ex-comedian Kevin Brennan berates a cop. Oh, yeah, so I guess the Kevin Brennan tapes have leaked. You fucking
hack.
Of his, not arrest, but he was pulled over on his way home from Atlantic City. I do got to say, Kevin is an unhinged lunatic. I mean, when you see this tape, I mean, he's like, seriously, I'm surprised he wasn't hemped out of this car and put in cuffs and detained. Not arrested, but detained, just to kind of fuck with him. I mean, so Kevin got, on the way home from Atlantic City, killed Kevin, the event, the best event ever. Or was it a show? I'm confused. Was it a show, Big W, or was it an event? Kevin gets pulled over on the New Jersey Turnpike heading north by a New Jersey state trooper. Now, look, I'm from the state of New Jersey. State troopers, look, I'm like a proponent of, I'm not like back the blue, man. Like, yeah, we're going to back the blue. But like, I also don't like hate cops either. Pretty neutral. Cops serve a really good purpose in this society. And, you know, anytime I've gotten pulled over, I mean, you just, unless like you're not doing anything and they're just fucking with you. Like if I'm smoking a little roach, like on the corner and like 3 cops roll up to me, yeah, then I'm going to probably be a dick. But like, you know, if I'm, you know, doing 10 over, 15 over the speed limit, cop pulls me over. I mean, look, you want it to go smooth. That man has a gun. We saw what happened to George Floyd. That could be you, Kevin. So it's like, you know, I don't know how, I guess I do know how Kevin got to this point. Maybe he was just down bad in Atlantic City. All the backlash from Kill Kevin, the $1,000 or $500 or $1,000 worth of beer he spent for the room, probably didn't get laid that night. Him and his wife are allegedly going through a separation. I mean, times are tough, so he was taken out on this cop. But again, you know, don't think that's a good idea. Like, if you ever get pulled over, I mean, just be cordial with the person. You know, be respectful until there's no respect reciprocated. If the cop's being a dick to you, I could see why you would be a dick. But, I mean, it's not like Kevin wasn't doing anything. He was doing 77 in a 55. That's, by my math calculations, 22 miles an hour over the speed limit. It's pretty egregious. And like I said, New Jersey State Troopers, like they're, as far as cops go, they're more like the dicks. They're more like the pigs, the state troopers. They're just looking for speeders, traffic violators. That's really their only purpose they serve is traffic. They're not like getting involved in crimes. And so, yeah, Kevin had, a complete mental collapse. And we've heard him talk about this on the show, about how he wanted to fight the cop, calling the cop a tough guy. Very fascinating. Melton actually got his hands on the tape and released it, which we're going to be going over here, I think, coming up. We have our boy Willie Willie, who I've been covering now for the past 2 shows. And I'm going to cover him until next week's episode 52, which is his full year. If you don't know this Willie Willie character, go back and watch the last 2 episodes, of course, after this show ends. But if you don't know him, he's an emo rapper who posts a video once a week until he blows up. Not like a bomb, by the way, like blows up in the industry. And he posted episode 51 last night. I got my popcorn ready. I got my emo rap vibe going. I'm listening. I'm rocking to the beat. It's great. And he just had some, he's very excited. I want to show you his excitement leading up to this episode, big episode 52. He's been doing it for a year. He's chasing his dreams. He's set new goals, and he's going to let us know why he's doing this. And I think the influx of win by 2 nights, I think this has Willie excited. I think thinks that he's captured a new audience. And look, if you're a fan of Willie Willie, that's great. If I've shown you the next little peep, then, you know, awesome. If you're like feeling Willie Willie, if you're like vibing with him, hell yeah. Like, Willie, now you're on my gym playlist, man. Fuck yeah. Thanks, Blade. But if you're not, then you're probably going to hate the segment and probably want to fucking tune out and hit the dislike on the show. Either which way, we're going to show you coming up here. Well, I think that's the first thing we do. And we have another small little update with this character, YewNeek, Saizon Z. I've been watching this guy for longer than I'd care to admit, to be honest with you. If you guys know who Saizon Z is, aka YewNeek, aka Kyle, he's kind of like a clipper, and I guess really you could describe him as a clipper. He's a Mexican, I believe, or something, Puerto Rican maybe. And Kyle, he used to stream and post clips every day about like Opie and Anthony and what was going on in the world of MLC and Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub. That's what he's most known for, is this Brendan Schaub. Apparently Brendan Schaub filed a lawsuit on him. And Kyle had gotten, I think, arrested, had to go to jail, and he just got out, and he's one of these guys who are on a sober journey. And we're going to check in with Kyle and how somehow Ray Devito's name is brought up, and to hear it from Kyle, and I'll show you the context of it. I mean, it's insane. This guy, Kyle, when you see him, I mean, you would think Ray DeVito, like, compared to Ray DeVito, like Ray DeVito would seem like Albert Einstein compared to this guy. And this guy takes some shots. YewNeek takes a few shots at Ray DeVito, which I thought to be hilarious. So we got all that and more coming up here today. And if not for nothing else, if you don't like anything we have on the show, then, well, at least it's fucking Friday. At least it's fucking Friday, and we'll take you into the weekend. Nice and fucking smooth. So without further ado, welcome into everyone. Oh, look at that. LL Cooley's in the building. Chris Mack, Mint Diggity. Shouts out. Shouts out. Bounce with us. Let's see. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? LL, you better, I hope, seriously, and one of the bigger reasons why I show you this guy, what's his name? I was going to call him Diggity, Mint Diggity. Willie Willie. One of the reasons why I show you this guy is because he's doing a giveaway next week. And if you're in the comments and you're liking the show, and not my show, I mean, really, if you like the show, great. If you don't, then oh fucking well, I guess. But Wlywlywly is doing a giveaway, and I'm just trying to hook up all of Win by Two, the Win by Two Nation. Kudos to me.
Kudos to Win by Two Radio.
I'm trying to hook them up with some free fucking merch. All right, so again, bombard this guy's comment section. Text him on his WhatsApp account. I mean, I don't care what you got to do. Just get it done. Let's go to the clip here first. We'll go to, Wlywlywly. We'll go, we'll throw him on the little TV screen here. By the way, I'm trying to work on, I'm not going to do a tech talk program here. What kind of fucking show would I be? Steel Toe? Willie, episode 51. He's one episode away from doing a episode a week for the past year. He's super excited. He's got the denim going. He's wearing the merch. So, by the way, if you guys can't see it, he's actually wearing the merch that you would be receiving if you're one of the lucky ones who get selected in this upcoming contest. Now, I'm fascinated with this character, Wlywlywly. I think he's not the next Steel Toe, but close. Maybe like the next Ray DeVito of the rap game. But yeah, this is Wlywlywly. I've been playing him now for the past 2 shows. And he's fascinating. And he's excited. He's very excited for episode 52. So without further ado, let's roll the clip.
Yo, what is good, everyone? Today is episode 51 of making an emo rap song every week until it blows up challenge. My name is Willie, that's W-L-L-Y.
I'll tell you what, though.
Rap artist based here in Washington, D.C.
So the editing's piss poor because he's got music going, but the music is far too loud. You barely could hear his vocals. And I'm looking at my monitor here, and all the white is like super washed, huh? You barely can even see it. So we might take him off. Yeah, let's make the executive decision. We're going to take Wlywlywly off of the TV. We're going to roll him on this monitor. How's that? Is that better?
Today, I'm going to be cooking up a song for you from scratch.
Oh, he's cooking us up a song from scratch. Now, mind you, he does this every week, so it's like nothing new, but okay, I'm listening.
Straight off the dome. You know how it is. If you consider yourself a fan of underground artists or emo rap pioneers like Lil Peep.
Emo rap pioneers. Like Lil Peep. I mean, seriously. What a world we live in, huh?
Juice WRLD, X, make sure to hit
They're all dead, by the way. I get it. I mean, their music, some of their music's pretty good. I know Jeff Closer wouldn't agree. But, no, I mean, you know, for what it's worth, Juice WRLD has some good songs. Lil Peep has a few good songs. I never really got into XXX Tentacion. I think there was one song I heard by him. I couldn't even tell you what the title was. It might have been even a Lil Peep crossover collab. But it's like, why did you name all the dead emo rappers? Isn't there not any like Chief Keef or who else? Trippie Redd, MGK? Oh, that's just a personal gripe with me here.
Like Lil P, Produce
Dead,
World,
dead, dead.
X. Make sure to hit the like and sub button below and introduce yourself in the comments. We're at 51 weeks. Only 1 week remains until we hit the 1 year anniversary of this.
I love this guy's intro, by the way. Like, I love the whole setup he's got going on. He's in front of the wall with, I guess, album covers and a Squire guitar here in the corner. That's not even a Squire. What kind of guitar is that? A Rackaroo? The fuck is a Rackaroo? Huh. No, but as far as intros go, I always like it when a host of anything, one of a content creator of any sort, stands in front of walls, just like this. I mean, seriously, it's really easy on the eyes. It's very easily digestible on the eyes. Wall standing.
YouTube series. Can't say thank you enough. So let's dive in and let's have fun with this episode. The mustache is out in full effect. That means you know it's going to be a good episode.
So he mentions the mustache. I'm having the worst tech problems here today. Okay, you can see. The mustache. So I mentioned the mustache. I pointed out the mustache, how dorky it looked. It's very, like, he's got definitely like an 80s, like, trucker vibe going. Like, I imagine, like, this is what Teamster Tim looked like back in, like, 1981. Like, this is basically Teamster Tim if Teamster Tim was an emo rapper. Am I off by saying that, Teamster? So he mentions, he's like, I got the mustache out in full effect. I've been watching this guy for 51 straight fucking weeks, and I've never heard him mention, not once, his mustache.
That's a fucking fact.
So I think he's watching.
Win by 2 is watching.
Mustache is out in full effect. That means you know it's going to be a good episode. Let's turn up.
Yeah, let's turn up. Come on, turn up. Everyone in the chat, turn the fuck up. What are we doing? It's Friday.
That means you know it's going to be a good episode. Let's turn up.
Yeah.
Smash the like button.
Yes. I mean, I got nothing. This is awesome to me.
It's going to be a good episode. Let's turn up. Smash.
Let's turn up as I'm pointing down. How does that make sense? Let's turn up as I point down.
You know it's going to be a good episode. Let's turn up.
He's like looking down. He's like, shit, I got a mustard stain right here on my new merch that I'm going to be giving away. By the way, this is the actual official shirt you will be getting from his merch giveaway. He's actually going to give the shirt off his back to one lucky win by 2 person. He's got a little double chin going, but that's no need to fear. Willie Willie, maybe. I mean, every time we've turned on a Willie episode, I mean, within like a minute, he's like, all right, guys, you know, I've been working for like 30 straight seconds, and now I need to turn up and go to Burger King and take a break. So why don't you less Burger King, more freestyling? Please, thank you.
Smash the like button, all that good shit. Let's go.
Let's go. And I think someone said this, and we're not going to listen to the song, maybe at the end, but I think someone said this in the last show. Him and, what's his name? Gearox? Is it Gearox, Chad?
That's a fucking fact.
Gearox or Giroux? Him and Gearox should really link up and do a collab. I mean, think about the fucking star power, first of all, and then think about that song and what it would mean and what it would sound. It would be probably the best song since Pink Floyd's The Wall or Bohemian Rhapsody, you know? Let's see. He's laying down some vocals here. I always like to watch somebody lay down the vocals. Let's see. See what he's got here for us. Willie, what are you doing? Here he is down here. Look at the little guy.
I can't feel my face. I think that shit's laced. Smoke one more to the face. I get
feel my face.
I can't feel my face.
Players.
I think that shit's laced. I can't do this again. Stepping outside my body,
just say throw my gum out the window? I mean, what? I'm gonna come out the window? Jesus Christ, dude. This is a family-friendly show. Keep all coming and gum throwing inside of your place, please.
We've made it pretty far into this episode. I have a really great start to this. I think what I'm going to do is take a pause.
No! Why? I didn't even plan for this, man. Every time, I've got to be getting trolled. There's no way. There's absolutely no way in hell this man is taking a break. We're not even 5 minutes in. Are you kidding me? I watched literally the first 35 seconds and then the back end because I didn't care about any of the music stuff. The back end, he says, there's a message. Yeah, a few words. I literally watched the first 30 seconds and then a few words right here to the end. I didn't see this. And again, he's taking another break. I can't make this shit up.
I have a really great start to this. I think what I'm going to do is take a pause.
Wow.
Revisit this tomorrow, but I really like the sound of this demo so far, so I'm going to play it for you one more time.
Hell yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, cool mixer, bro. Oh, look at that. Look at that Jeff Closer. He's throwing up the devil horns, too. He's a rocker. Does that make you a rock? He's got a weird finger. Or is that my monitor? I can't quite tell. It looks big. Big finger. Shit, man. Does it make you a rocker? Seriously, though. Does not remind you of Teamster Tim?
Okay, guys.
Oh, he's back.
So, yesterday I was able to lay down the beat, kind of cook it up a bit, put down a demo.
Looks like he just got out of the shower. Like his hair is, either extremely on the greasy side or just moist. Like, bro, ever heard of a hair dryer or a towel?
We're going to revisit what we made yesterday.
Word.
See if we can polish it up a bit. Let's take
Posh it up?
Revisit what we made yesterday. See if we can polish it up a bit.
Posh it.
Let's take a listen to what we
Never heard that word.
Here it is.
Throw my gum out the window. Feel my face.
I can't live a lie. I can't do this again. You always love to cry.
Dope rhyme scheme, bro. Dope rhyme scheme.
This brings us to the
Like he really worked hard for that rhyme scheme, huh?
end of episode 51, guys. This is a really fresh beat for me. Like, I never really make music over these kind of beats, so to me, this is like a huge W to be making a new beat.
W's in the chat.
And making something new.
Hell yeah.
I've been definitely inspired by some artists that I've been listening to lately. One of them being Meat Computer. If you don't already know Meat Computer, check him out.
Me Computer? This is what these people are listening to now in 2025. Isn't that amazing? Red Slime? You ever heard of me? Is it Main Computer? Me Computer? I don't know. What's the word?
To lately, one of them being Meat Computer. If
Meat
you don't
Computer?
already know Meat Computer, check him out. He rocks. He absolutely rocks. And guys, I really want to hear some artists that you've been listening to or artists you think I should collab with. So make sure to drop that in the comments below. And yeah.
I believe it was YouTube user in your last video gave you some suggestions. Aaron Imholte from Steel Toe, Kevin Brennan, Ray DeVito, Jeru, Win by 2 Radio.
Kudos to Win by 2 Radio.
So there's some right there.
Yeah, let's listen to the song together and let me know what you think. All right, here it is. This one's called In the Mirror. Let's go.
Okay, we're not going to listen to the full tune here. We're going to skip ahead because he's going to give us some inspiration. Hold on.
Whoa, let's go.
And this is one of these guys too. You ever see one of these people they don't know how to like they think they're excited, but they're not I guess showing their excitement all that well, conveying their emotions, I guess. Like they're very mono-faced, monotone. I don't know. I picked up on that the other day, and I see a lot of people. It must be like a Gen Z thing. I don't know, but they can't allow themselves to like get that excited. They got to always remain cool.
Whoa, let's go. Yo, tell me you guys didn't feel that.
Oh, I felt it.
Man, that beat is so fresh. It's just something I've never done before, so I think that's why I'm so hype about it. Guys, here we are at the end of episode 51. That means I've been doing this for 51 weeks straight, and that means so much to me. That means the world to me. I know for some of you watching this for the first time, you might be like, whatever, but guys...
That's literally what I said the first time I watched it. I turned it on, I said, whatever.
I know for some of you watching this for the first time, you might be like, whatever, but guys, this means so much. Okay, guys, that brings us to the end of episode 51. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been here watching me through this journey. It has been 51 weeks straight of making an emo rap song every week, and we're not stopping until I get 1 million streams on any given song.
Okay, so that's his big goal. This is what making an, I mean, literally, you see it in the title. Maybe my head's blocking, and I do have a big old dome piece. Making an emo rap song every week until I blow up. But that's his idea of blowing up, is getting 1 million streams on a song. I mean, that's no easy feat. I mean, I would start small and be like, I'm not stopping until I get 50K on a song. I mean, 1 million? That's insane, dude. You might be doing this for, I mean, years. I hate to, be the bearer of bad news here, but, or maybe not. Like I said on the last show, maybe he's the next fucking thing to blow up. That's why I'm covering him here.
And we're not stopping until I get 1 million streams on any given song.
Hell yeah.
I know it's a big goal.
Hell yeah.
But I'm not stopping.
Here, we know a lot about goals. We know a lot about goals here. That's $350 a day. If Steel Toe could do it, I guess why can't Willie Willie?
Anytime soon. I'm in it for the long haul. So buckle up. Let's rock and roll. Let's make some music. Guys, in the last episode, I mentioned I'm going to be doing a merch giveaway on the 1 year anniversary.
Oh, that was for you.
So I'm wearing one of the merch tees today.
It's up to show the shirt. He got right out of that seat, huh? That was fast.
Giveaway on the 1 year anniversary. So I'm wearing one of the merch tees today.
The merch tees.
The Willie tee, it says, "We lost love young." I'm going to be giving away like 20.
Pretty dope. We lost love young. That spells his name, Willie. W-L-L-Y. We lost love young.
So Willie tee, it says, "We lost love young." I'm going to be giving away like 20 of these t-shirts.
20?
This week. So make sure to have the notifications on and all that good stuff. Yeah, I want to just give a big thank you to everyone who's been a part of this journey and all the new people.
Surely all of people who watch Win by Two will be getting, if he's giving away 20 shirts, I mean, basically everyone in my chat should be getting a shirt.
People as well. It means so much to me that I've been able to stay consistent for 51 weeks.
51.
And you guys have been staying consistent with me too. We're both in this together, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. Please drop a comment below. Tell me who I should bring on the show or who I should collab with. Anyone you've been listening to. Love to hear new artists, and definitely want to keep building this community. So yeah, guys, the comments are much appreciated, and I make sure to read every single one of them.
Hear that, guys? So, I mean, really, have at it. Comments are much appreciated, and he makes sure to read all of them. I don't read any of my comments. I turn off the show and don't read no comments. This guy, though, he loves them. He loves to read comments, so get in there, mix it up, do what you got to do.
So yeah, guys, the comments are much appreciated, and I make sure to read every single one of them. If you made it this far, let's type out in the comments, "Look in the mirror." That's going to be the hidden keyword of this week. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. All right?
All right, cool. Yeah. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. I'll type that in real quick. Look in the mirror. Here, can we type that in, actually? Look in my bunghole. How's that? Can I type that in? Look at my butthole. Or will I get banned? Or is that too dirty? Look at my butthole. Send.
All right. Look at my... Is that the keyword? Yikes. Well, we'll see what he says. Joey Fingers.
Of this week is look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. All right? Look in the mirror. We're working on ourselves. We're building good habits. And yeah, guys, I'm like so pumped. I can't believe it. 1 year.
So pumped.
Holy shit. Anyways.
1 year. That's like... He's so fixated on it. 1 year, guys. Holy shit. I'm so excited. Look in the mirror. Whoa. 1 year, 51 weeks. I've been doing it.
We're building good habits. And
are you?
Yeah, guys, I'm like so pumped.
I mean, you would have fooled me. I'm so pumped. It's like, it seems like you're depressed. I mean, I don't know. You're talking about how you can't feel your face and you're so sad all the time. These emo rappers, man. I mean, seriously, they're a special, one-of-a-kind breed.
I can't believe it. 1 year. Holy shit. Anyways, all right, guys. So I think that wraps it up for this episode. My name is Willie. I'll see you next week for episode 52.
You can't hear him. Like, Willie. If you're going to throw a music bed over top of your talking, first of all, your voice, you don't have a good projecting voice. Or maybe your mic is just shitty. I don't know. But your music, I mean, that would be like me doing this. Where's it at here? So, guys, this is the In the Pain podcast. Make sure to check it out. Everything's awesome. Thank you so much. Until next time. Peace. You know, it's like, we can't hear you. And that's your intro and outro. So crank up either your vocals or turn down the music, Willie. But regardless, Wlywlly on his journey to blowing up, according to him, blowing up, or to whatever his first song gets 1 million streams. Guys, Wlywlly on today. Hopefully he's, the next best thing. And we get to see we watched it. From one crispy critter to the next, I guess. I was mentioning this YewNeek character, Kyle, Saizon Z. He's got 97 different names. I actually don't know. I just wanted to show you this. He's on the, like I mentioned, he's was a Clipper, is a Clipper. And this guy literally, if you don't know who he is, I mean, seriously, it's amazing. He's still alive. I mean, he was on Steel Toe. This guy was on Steel Toe. This guy knows and is reported on Steel Toe, which is insane too. Like, it all sort of ties in. But like, he would show up on streams like on promethazine and Xanax bars and like Coors Light, like in a closet with a Confederate flag, I believe, behind him. I mean, it was really a sight to behold. To me, I think we should bring back that Kyle. But instead, now he's on an amazing sober day today. He's on a sober journey. Shout out to Sober Journeys. Brendan Shaw moving to Texas. He appears to be, I guess, in a halfway house of sorts. And he's got the afro bulging out. Kind of looks like my barber a little bit. If my barber was half retarded, Puerto Rican, in a halfway house in an all-white room. But this is Kyle Saizon Z, and he mentions Ray DeVito here. And to me, it's it says a lot when a guy like this is calling Ray DeVito stupid, essentially. EY says, he looks like a potential suitcase victim. I mean, probably. He kind of gives me those vibes. Or like he would be doing the suitcasing, I think. Dude, he looks. Oh, I thought literally your comment just read, dude, he looks. Because that could be like a new tag phrase. Dude, he looks. That kind of sounds kind of weird. Anyway, it says, dude, he looks weird as fuck. I've never seen his face. You've never seen this dude's face? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, because, I mean, every time you would see him, like, he'd be, like, dipping out on the camera and, like, nodding and shit. Burning another hole into his fucking gym shorts from his cigarettes. Seriously, there's probably tapes out there of this guy on the net. If you have time later, you want to go down a Saizon Z YewNeek rabbit hole of the dark ages, we'll call them, when he was, I mean, literally eating like 29 milligrams of Xanax a day. and slopping down half liters of promethazine. What a combo, by the way, huh? Seriously, it'll blow your fucking skull. But anyway, this is the new and improved Kyle, the new and improved Saizon Z. He's sober as a judge. Let's hear him out.
This thing gonna work? Is this actually gonna work this time? I tried going live a minute ago and it did not work. But I had an amazing day today.
Shout out to Amazing Days. I mean, myself, I'm even having an amazing day. I can relate.
Absolutely amazing, incredible, great.
So he's channeling his inner Trump here. Absolutely amazing, incredible. It's like right out of the Trump 101 handbook.
Absolutely amazing, incredible, great. See, start babbling when I got some live viewers up in here. Fucking Schaub leaving the golden hour.
So I guess Brendan Schaub is leaving. He does a podcast called The Golden Hour with Chris D'Elia and what's his name? Robert Griffin III? No, Eddie Munchkins. What's his name? Eddie Griffin? And Brendan Schaub. I guess Brendan Schaub is leaving the podcast because he's going to Texas like 4 years after all his friends went to Texas. Interesting development. And this is why this guy was so successful on the tube, because he would break the news before anyone else got to it.
He's going to Texas and shit. Oh, we brought up the chat. Gay nigga, you're gay. And you're from Cleveland. That's like...
Okay, so this is where it gets good. This is where it ties into Ray. So he's talking to someone in the chat. Someone's calling him gay. And Kyle observes that his name is like Cleveland Daddy 72. He's like, I'm gay, you're gay. Cleveland's like the gayest place in the world. And then this proceeds to happen.
Brought up the chat. Gay nigga, you're gay. And you're from Cleveland. That's like the gayest place ever.
As far as gay places go, I think there's a lot gay. Like, I think, where are some gay places? Like Florida. What's that one place in Florida that's super gay? Like, not Sarasota. Not Cape Coral. I mean, I think as far as gay places go, though, my point is Ohio, Cleveland isn't that flaming homosexual. Like, surely there's places in Los Angeles where it's just a hotbed for gayness. Delray Beach says, hey, Thompson, that's pretty gay. South Beach, okay. Swartzenville, Nick Swartzenville. Nick Swartzen is actually confirmed homo. Okay, let's watch.
Who named the state Ohio?
Now, that's actually a good point. Like, who did name the state O? I was thinking about that. I watched like the first 5 minutes of this yesterday. And it got me thinking. I'm like, whoever named these states, like, what a dumb name for a state. Ohio. So he's got a good point, man. This guy is like really cracking all the codes, is pretty much like deciphering hieroglyphics and hidden languages, like all across the internet. I mean, it's really amazing, unique. And then he's sober now. I mean, seriously, nothing can stop this guy. He's on top of the world.
But what is good? What is up?
There's literally one chat. Literally, oh, his name is Cleveland. And it simply just says gay. God, I would do a header right off a building if this was my chat room. One guy named Cleveland, or gal, simply typing the words gay. Like, I'm cooked. I'm done. CCC KKKK says, sup, Blade. Sup, CCC KKKK. Happy New Year, by the way, to everyone, if I didn't mention that already today. Yeah, I'd be cooked if this was the state of my chat room. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's time to pack it up. It's time to... I'm basically just doing a live, like, FaceTime call with a guy named Cleveland who's calling me gay. Like, I don't get paid enough for this shit, man.
What is popping, guys?
What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. I thought that was my phone for a second, but that's his. All these people, like, when they're streaming... Oh, I guess because he's streaming from his phone, that would make sense. But it's like, turn your fucking notifications off.
But what is good? What is up? What is popping, guys?
Brand new whip, John Stockton.
What message did I just get? I'm gonna have to get back to that chick later.
So a chick had reached out to him, and he's like, you know what, guys? Daddy's working right now. I'll get back to this chick later. Surely I'll play a little hard to get. Yeah. Listen to what he says, though, because it's amazing. Now, you think a guy like this is macking bitches? I mean, maybe he is. Maybe this is what the bitches are into in 2025. I don't know. Maybe he's just slaying. Maybe he is like the puss slayer. He's the slayer of all slayers. Listen to this shit. It's
what
nuts.
message did I just get? I'm gonna have to get back to that chick later.
Yeah, CCC, we're getting to that. I believe that's next. Yeah, it's next.
What's up, Andy Violin? What is up, everybody? Who keeps opening my door? No one's allowed to open the door. What's up, Cooney's Dentist? It's a joke. Don't put me in a mood, Cleveland. Yo, I had a fucking day today, yo. A dope day, but...
Shout out to Dope Days.
I've
had like a coke day myself. Meth day was yesterday. I'll have a weed day tomorrow.
Watch you when you're wasted. This is better. I can understand.
Ella says he slays his baby mama's mom with his fist. That's actually true. It's actually the opposite. His baby mom slays him with her fist.
And what you're saying, every 15 minutes the staff opens up my door.
Mind you, this guy's like 43 in a halfway house. I believe he has a child. It's like, yikes.
I think it's...
Okay, so you see the guy from Cleveland. I've never seen a Cleveland chatter anywhere, ever, in this universe. But that doesn't mean much, I guess. But the Cleveland chatter post, I'm not sure if you can see it, says, my name is Cleveland. Slowest making fun of none other than Ray Davinsky.
Mean, vicious, and it's going to be mean, vicious, and
funny. Let's see how Kyle responds.
He's my roommate. Oh, he's making fun of Ray Devito, are you? But aren't you gayer for, one, knowing who Ray Devito is, and two, having the time to make fun of him?
Wow, shots fired, DeVito! Bounce with us, shots fired. So again, calling Ray DeVito, if you know who Ray DeVito is, and maybe that's just shot fired at everyone here today. We all know who Ray DeVito is. Hell, I'm covering Ray DeVito here today on the show. Maybe I should take a page out of Willie Willie's book and look in the mirror. Holy shit. I'm having like a super epiphany right now. This is all coming like full circle. Wow. Does it make me gay as shit to not only know Ray DeVito, but to be covering him, according to Kyle, the puss slayer? I might have to rethink this whole entire operation I got going on here. Yikes. Yikes.
Are you? But aren't you gayer for, one, knowing who Ray DeVito is, and two, having the time to make fun of him?
In fairness, there's never a bad time to make fun of Ray DeVito. I think we can all unanimously agree there, right? Seriously, Ray, there's never a bad time to make fun of Ray.
Having the time to make fun of him.
The client host says, Moist Critical exposed Kyle years ago. Sure, he makes good clips, but he's a piece of shit woman beater. Much like Aaron. Boom! Boom! I don't know who what's his name? Moist Clipper? Moist Critical. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'm not in favor of this Kyle guy whatsoever. I pretty much am neutral. Unless I need news, unless I'm withdrawing from my news, then I'll go to Kyle. I bypass all the Clippers. I bypass the news and TMZ, what is it? TMZ Zumach, I believe he calls himself. I go to Kyle for all my news. and updates about Brendan Schaub's workout routine.
I can't wait for Schaub to lose the appeal. Me too. I mean, that lawsuit was how many years? How long is the fucking appeal going to be? Jesus, I went to jail and got out. And still nothing. I look like the guy in Ghost who killed Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yo, today was such a great
Okay,
day.
let's hear about his day, and then we're going to move on from uniqueness. So he has a busy day. He's got to take a second to really dial in this story. Wait till you hear this shit.
But yo, today was such a great day. Today was a day that I needed.
Today, okay.
10 p.m. to 6
I'm with you on this ride.
They do checks in the sober house. They don't do checks every 10 minutes, no. Hell, you're allowed to go outside and smoke all night. You just got to stick a thing in the door.
Cool.
I introduced you to Return of the Mac. You never heard that song before, not even from the commercial. I'm doing the Lord's work. Yes, I am.
Is that another awful Trump impression?
I'm doing the Lord's work. Yes, I am.
Out of nowhere, the man just goes right into Trump.
Even from the commercial. I'm doing the Lord's work. Yes, I am.
That'd be like me making fun, or just like talking, and then out of nowhere, just busting out, like a Biden or a Trump impression. It's like, where did that even fucking come from, man?
Absolutely, positively.
And as far as Trump, I've seen some piss poor Trump impressions. As far as it pertains to Trump impression, that's not really. It just sounds like you. You're like doing an impression of yourself, trying to do an impression of Trump. Kind of bad.
Let's see. What was Kyle's day like?
He's
I
thinking.
woke up.
So mind you, he's the day he just said he had a great day like 5 minutes ago. It took him 5 minutes to, in my humble opinion, concoct this doozy of a story.
I look at my phone and fucking Dez texts me at midnight.
Dez is his ex baby mama. I mean, Lord bless that woman's soul, huh? Imagine this, man. I mean, I always give Aaron Imholte shit for like, or the ladies who allowed Aaron to mount them and thrust his fat, bony hips into their beef pocket. But imagine the ladies, let's be real, lady who let this fine gentleman get in them pants, huh? Ladies in the chat, would you? I mean, I definitely would, for sure, right? That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. MGD. Here you go. Saturation on point. Bit out of focus, though, today. Fuck! You know, and that's... I'm just going to level it with you here, MGD. I've been working on the saturation nonstop since you made that remark on the past show. Nonstop. I've been in the studio basically 24 hours a day. Would you fucking believe me if I told you I even tried to attempt to fix the focus, I believe? But you're telling me it's a little off. Fuck. God damn it. What do I do? Do I stop it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to stop the show. How bad is it? I don't think it's all right, well, maybe it's your eyes, MGD, you know? MGD, reach out to me after the show. And I guess I'm in need of like a producer or something. So if you would like to produce the show, dial 1-800-WB2-PRODUCE now. And we'll set something up. Thank you.
Night. No, it was, I think, 12:44 in the morning.
So Dez, his ex, reached out to him 12:42 in the morning. Let's see what happens.
She just puts you up. And I was sleeping. So I just put in the morning, didn't get your thing. What was your thing? I had my phone off all day.
Wait. Chris Benoit for 2 says Trump and Vance just raped Zelensky live on TV. Well, do we have a clip? They raped him? What do you mean raped him? Let's see. What do you got? What do you mean, Chris Benoit? I thought you were dead, Benoit. Benoit's back from the dead. Shout out to Chris Benoit being back here. Holy shit, President Trump and VP Vance go nuclear on Zelensky. All right, we'll get to that. We'll check that out in a second. I don't usually like to do political talk, but it's breaking. Apparently, they just roasted Zelensky live at the White House. I guess Zelensky's basically like Aaron Imholte. Or Aaron Imholte tries to be like Zelensky, like just begging, pleading for his existence, Zelensky. And the audience member, I guess, in Steel Toe's case would be like the United States. Basically. Like Zelensky to the United States would be Steel Toe to the audience. We'll check that out. Thank you for the 2, Benoit. We'll get to that right after this. Gina Babina says it's good. Zelensky is like Aaron. Right. Zelensky is like Aaron Imholte. Exactly. You see where I'm going with that?
No, sir, they do not. You've been to rehab in Rhode Island?
All right, get to the puss slaying, dog. That's what I came to see.
I'm on maximum security release. That's for rapists? Damn. But then I went to this chick's apartment and then, just chilled there all day.
Went to a chick's apartment and just chilled there all day.
And by chilled there all day, I mean I fucked her.
Whoa! Bounce with me. And by chilled all day, I didn't know if I was making this clear, but by chilled all day, we didn't just hang out and eat pizza. No. I fucked her. Wow. Epic stuff.
Chilled there all day. And by chilled there all day, I mean I fucked her all day.
Oh, shit.
That's very cool.
Wow.
This Puerto Rican chick who's kind of hot.
Yeah. Wow, he had sex. Well, I mean, for a guy like this, look, if I was like this too, I'd probably be celebrating the fact that I was even in the same like general area, in a 50-foot radius of a female. You know what I mean? Again, if you're seriously, if this is actually true and a female actually agreed to allow thrusting from this guy, I mean, wow. LS is kind of hot, so she's not at all right. If it's even true, you know? Again, anytime you hear anybody online or just in general brag about, oh man, I was getting some puss this weekend, dog. Yeah, I was slaying it up. It's like, probably weren't. You don't, why are we, again, we're not like 15 anymore. And even 15-year-olds probably now find that cringe to talk about sex. And this is what I open the show with. Sex talk. Very cringe and gay. We don't need to know about when it is you're getting, your dick wet, essentially. I could give 2 fucks, to be honest with you. And it just seems like you're a little bit you're forcing the matter. You know what I mean? Who cares? You know, who cares? It seems it's probably made up. I'd say more times than not, 9 times out of 10. If you hear somebody bragging about slaying puss, probably made up.
But yeah, so I did that all day today.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, so I did that all day today. I was literally, plowing this girl's brains out. I was literally giving her the business from behind. And then Des texted me. And I was like, oh my God, that was so awesome. I'm literally getting some punani right now. This is great. It's like a child.
But, yeah, so I did that all day today.
Awesome.
And I got back here, ate dinner. I was here for over a week until I found out they feed us dinner. Because I was just never here. They do every night at 6:30. I found out a couple of days ago.
Fuck yeah, for dinner.
What did I go to jail for? Bail violation for breaking a no contact order.
Wow.
I don't know though, but every chick has been like driving close to the hole. I mean, single sober Kyle is a problem on these streets out here.
Okay. I mean, can you just get fucked already? I mean, I guess you are. So chicks beware. Single sober Kyle's on the loose. All right. So Michaela, Gina Bobina, all the other chicks of the chat. Kyle, single sober Kyle. It's going to slay your puss.
Close to the hole. I mean, single sober Kyle is a problem on these streets out here.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just always on the street every day, too, which is crazy.
I'm literally on the street.
But, I mean, damn. Today was a good day. Today was so good today.
Today was so good today. I mean, this is insane.
Today was a good day. Today was so good today.
Again, I can't. Stick to the clips. Just stick to the clips.
I'm probably going to do the same exact thing tomorrow.
Wow. So he's gotten so much puss over the last day. He's just going to repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Good day. Today was so good today. I'm probably going to do the same exact thing tomorrow. just to keep it honest with you. Today was such a good day. I'm like, yeah, let's just do what we did yesterday today.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Did I contact Brendan Schaub? No.
Wow. So, okay, Kyle's on a mission to slay all the puss in the world. Good for Kyle, man. Good for Kyle. I guess. I don't know. I mean, again, if you're one of these ladies that are allowing people like that to penetrate you, I mean, fuck. You got more issues than I know what to fucking deal with there. How to handle. All right, let's see this Trump. There's Kyle. If you're sober, man, and you're on a sober journey, good for you. Hope it all works out. Hope you... Actually, I don't. Can we back that up? I don't actually hope it works out. Go back to the videos of you in a closet, drinking lean, taking Xannies, and popping some Coors Light in the mix and taking maybe some shots of vodka, because that was prime time unique Saizon Z content IMO. All right, so we have this from Chris Benoit, back from the dead, like I mentioned, donating $2 here onto the show. Shout out to Benoit's ghost. Apparently, Trump went nuclear on Zelensky, Trump and Vance. So I'm dying to see this clip. If I could fucking find it on my screen. I just fucking had it. Hold on. Sorry about this. Bear with me. Zelensky, do you own a... Oh, my God. Okay, so this is amazing, huh? This is epic. The quote is, Zelensky, do you own a fucking suit? Well, not fuck. I added fucking, but...
My second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit?
Wow.
Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do.
Is this Marco Rubio? This guy looks fucking like a demon, huh? Epic question. I don't know. Is this a reporter? I don't know who this. Oh, that's fucking, what's his face? From RSBN, the Right Side Broadcasting Network, I believe. He's like the frontman or the main guy over there. Epic G-ass question. Insert Thug Life clip now. Trump's thrilled by this. You said suit? Why didn't I think of that?
You own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting.
I don't have
the
such.
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
I will wear a costume after this war was finished.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something
maybe
like this.
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. I don't
Whoa!
know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, that's pretty funny. Zelensky, do you even own a suit? I mean, we've given you like $9 billion. Surely you could afford a suit. Let's see. All right, here's the clip I wanted to play. Yeah. All right, so it's 6.5 minutes. Let's see what's happening. I don't think we're gonna play the full 6.5.
So, during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people.
I guess he's talking about
2015.
Trump's correcting him. I guess he's talking about Vladimir Putin.
Nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 is
Well, 2014.
Yeah. So
I was,
he killed,
I was not here.
Yeah, but,
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2020.
You could tell Trump is fed up with this guy. Can you even see Zelensky? No, you can't even see him. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. Trump is not having it. Hold on. Sorry. Bear with me. Bear with me. Do that. Do that. Bingo, bango, shablambo. All right, we're good. We are back and better than ever. No need to fear. Blade's got you covered. All right, here we go.
The situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them.
Yeah, Zelensky's just such a fucking shyster, like schemer, plotter. And Trump, you could just tell, he's had enough of this guy. Stop sucking off the American tax-paying teat, Zelensky. Go get a job, like the rest of us.
Told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this.
Look, I mean, just look at Trump's body language throughout this whole exchange
that
here.
He will never go. We signed him with gas.
This fucking bullshitter. Watch his hands.
Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this.
This fucking guy.
He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What
JD?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
Nice ocean and dump fill now.
God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
Trump's like, all right, I've had enough. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Zalanhu, what's your last name?
God bless. You will not have a war.
Listen here, shorty. Hey, Kyle, watch. This is how you do it. Watch Trump. Make your impressions better, Kyle.
Tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Whoa!
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position
on
to
this
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position
Holy
to
shit.
dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
We're going to feel very good. Cue what's the Melton tagline? But instead, Trump's making them feel.
To dictate what
we're going to feel. That's amazing. I need that as a drop. We're going to feel very good.
We're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Hell yeah.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
Yes. That's, typically when I wake up every morning, those are the two things I want to check off my box when I'm scanning and observing for the first time I've opened my eyes in the morning. I want to feel good and feel strong. Epic.
Influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you're not
playing cards, he says. I'm actually, playing dice, you see. I'm actually not playing the cards. Cards, you say? I actually don't understand how to play cards. We actually play over here dice, or sometimes Monopoly. Does that count?
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing
But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're
serious,
playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think
You're
you-
gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to
respect
you.
to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
wearing
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once?
It would be amazing if JD Vance was just like, have you said that? Look, you want our help? You want our backing? Get on and start shining Trump's shoes. Start kissing this man's fucking feet. You've shown no respect to us. You fucking jamoke.
A lot of times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer
Wow.
some words of appreciation for the
Wow, got him.
United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country is
Can I-
in big
can-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking.
Oh,
Your country
shit.
is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
You're not winning.
You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
I said $9 billion. I was being very, very gracious.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
if,
West
if
Indies?
you didn't
You
have our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of
Accept
times
that
thank
there-
you
accept
to
that-
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on out here. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't-
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
it doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what.
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
nation- it
That was
wasn't
with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yeah.
Wow. That was when Obama gave you basically nothing, and I've given you javelins. I mean, what an epic sentence, huh?
Your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Javelins.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets.
Sheets.
In fact, the statement is...
At least they're from Bed Bath & Beyond, but still, sheets. I gave you missiles, bitch.
Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins.
Yeah, that should be on a shirt. Alex Jones, put it on a shirt now. Book it.
You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
You have 0 cards. Wow, what a cucked individual. Zelensky, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we could rule him cuck of the day.
I'm a polycule cuck fag retard. and that's never changing.
Yep, Zelensky and Aaron, basically, again, I made the correlation before I even seen this clip, basically the same guy. They're basically one and the same. Just leeches and beggars. Ugh. So there's Trump eviscerating, I guess, for lack of a better term, Zelonsko, or whatever his name is. Oh, there's Aaron. Look at this video. Just scrolled on my Twitter. Hold on. Sorry. I'm all over the place today here. Aaron Imholte. Check this out. Wait, do we have volume here? No volume. Sick clip. I mean, this really highlights his man danglers. Look at these. This is what I imagine they actually look like, too. Let me just stop zooming in before I get a copyright strike. Or copyright strike, a TOS violation. Anyway, there's Trump and J.D. Vance giving the how-to and the what's what to Solano, or whatever his name is. Let's get back into some of this tea from this past week. We have Kevin Brennan.
You fucking hack!
Kevin Brennan, again, tape. I believe CCC KKK was asking about this. Have I seen the tape? Have I seen the tape? I'm here to tell you I've seen the tape. I've seen the tape multiple times, actually. And we'll be playing it for you right now. This is Kevin being pulled over, courtesy of Nobody Likes Onions. I begrudgingly say that, by the way. And we're going to watch Kevin's altercation. I mean, talk about a good transition. We're going to watch Kevin's altercation with a New Jersey state trooper, and he's going to be accusing the state trooper of being a MAGA guy. So let's, without further ado, get into it. Sorry, I'm fixing one thing. Bingo, bango. All right, what is going on now? Can I switch my cameras, please? Here we go. Clip, Kevin, pulled over. Volume. We have no volume, so we're watching the officer traffic stop, New Jersey Turnpike, February 8th, 2025. Kevin Brennan, the officer, I guess, picked up Kevin was speeding and is trying to chase him down. There's Kevin getting pulled over, and the altercation begins. Let's see.
36-6.
Jersey. A Black Ford Explorer, unknown, 1.2.
2020. Here comes 066.
Hey, Jersey State Police, you got your license registration? Yeah. The reason that I'm stopping is you're speeding 78 and a 55.
Oh, 78 and a 55. So he was going 23 miles over the limit. Now, again, he's on the turnpike, New Jersey Turnpike. Typically, a good rule of thumb is never travel over 7 miles, the speed limit. Unless you're on a highway, you could probably get away with like 10. I mean, really, a good rule of thumb is just to never speed. I mean, then you could just nip it in the butt and never worry about anything. But, if you're a lead foot person like myself, I sometimes catch myself. I've been better, I think, recently. Just because I don't want to be I don't want to be on the other end of a dash cam vid being broadcasted on who knows what show. So just don't speed. But, sometimes I'll catch myself in like a 55, maybe doing 61, 62. That's one thing. Kevin was doing 23 miles over. It's pretty fast, Kev. Pretty fast. So you could see why. It wasn't just like the trooper was fucking with Kevin specifically. Like, he didn't target Kevin.
Huh?
Kevin says, that's terrible.
That is terrible. Why are you doing that?
Kevin then says, I'm in a hurry, which I guess would explain the speeding.
You're in a hurry?
So he goes, I'm in a hurry. Makes sense. I'm speeding. So there you go.
Okay.
And then he goes, Kevin says, MAGA, let's fucking go.
Huh?
We're all, he says, we're all on the same team. MAGA.
What's wrong with you? Why are
the cop is, seriously perplexed. What's wrong with you? Why are you chanting MAGA and teams right now? This is a traffic stop in New Jersey. MAGA?
Why are you talking all this nonsense?
Kevin says, no, MAGA.
Can I have your registration, please?
Cop should have said, can I have your MAGA-stration, please? Then would have been a little I think Kevin would have been at ease. Oh, we have a fellow comic.
Spewing a whole bunch of nonsense right now.
Talking your language.
Says, I'm just talking your language.
You're talking my language?
Yes.
Who are you? Why are you talking to me like that?
You have my license.
Why would you talk to me with such an attitude and saying some nonsense? How are we?
You're all MAGA.
You're all MAGA. Let's MAGA it up.
Okay.
I mean, this is insane, by the way. I think Kevin has officially lost his mind. I mean, it's bonkers. I mean, it really is bonkers. I mean, to behave like this, mind you, Kevin's like old enough to be like some people's fathers, if not grandfathers. And I just picture, like, if this were my grandfather and I saw a dash cam footage of him acting like a fucking orangutan, dumb, stupid, or dumb, huh? I'd be so mortified and embarrassed. I probably, honestly, would really consider and contemplate maybe never showing up on a stream again. Vibes, if you ask me. But it's just so ridiculous, man. It's just like, look, and Kevin wound up getting 4 tickets for this because he's acting a fucking fool. If he would have just yes sir, no sir, the cop may have even let him off. Possibly. Or at least maybe gave him a warning, or at the very least just 1 ticket for speeding. Which he probably could have, completely pled it down or away if he has a good record, and then all he would have to have done is paid court costs. But now he's got 4 tickets. It's a mess. This is a mess. So I get it. You're frustrated. You're pissed off. You're in a hurry. You need to go somewhere. But it's like a simple just... I think this is a good teaching moment here, a good learning moment here. I know cops sometimes, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, I wasn't really doing anything. You're fucking with me here. But the more you give them shit, the more shit they're going to give you. And again, the man's got a gun. I'm cool, man. Yes, sir. No, sir. Right away, sir. What can I do? Let's mag it up. You're a Trump guy, right? Says Kevin. It's not my first rodeo.
I don't know. What does that mean?
You're a Trump guy. You're a cop. You got the gun. You got the lights. You're scared me. I'm scared. I'm petrified. Give me the ticket. Let's fucking go.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Good.
Okay.
Hurry. I'm in a hurry.
Jesus. So the cop then goes back to his car, writes out the tickets, comes back to this. Well, look, that's a whole nother argument. Who said that? Dorian Morgan says, imagine being such an obese shut-in, you go through the hassle of getting these tapes. Now, I get that side of it for sure. We're talking about Melton, obviously. But, and I do get that. It's like, when I heard Kevin was pulled, it's not like Kevin, hit somebody or got in an accident. It was a traffic stop. Now, Kevin would have gotten the tapes, probably, I think. But it's like, all right. And it is funny. I'm glad it happened. So there's a catch-22 there. But it's like, okay, you got nothing else better going on. You're calling around to the New Jersey State Trooper's office to FOIA request a speeding traffic. Okay. Sure. Oh, and you don't go on Discord. Remember? Yeah. Not a Discord guy. Melton does basically the same thing Steel Toe does. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when he does his jazz hands. I'm not kidding. Like, when I'm done the show, I don't even do Discord, I don't do Discord. I'm not a Discord guy. I actually go out and play with my dog and my wife, my fake wife. I go to KFC. I actually have a life. I have a life outside of this. Again, the same rule of thumb could be applied to people who always brag about having sex online, to people that are always bragging, a la Aaron Imholte and Patrick Melton, always bragging about having a life outside of the internet. It's like, I would hope you do. Like, there's no need to brag about that. Like, that's just normal. There's no need to be like, guys, you're never going to believe this. Check this one out. Wait for it. When I shut my computer off, I actually leave my computer. It's like, okay, we thought that was the case in the first place, but now that you're having to like double down on this, it seems to me like all day long you're just stroking the keys, moving the mouse. So it's a good point by Dorian Morgan, though, because I do understand it in one sense. It's like, all right, what are you doing? But on the same side of that, too, it's like, well, thank God, because we got to see this fucking masterpiece. Let's watch. I'm just fast forwarding the tape here.
A few minutes later.
Thank you. And can we actually put an end to this editing bay, this little transition swap here? It's the transition from SpongeBob a few moments later. But it's been done in every fucking video since like basically 2016. Basically when everyone was able to like edit and post videos themselves and like make decent money for it. Anybody who's like doing like a, what do they call them? Fuck, why can't I think of the name? Well, whatever. Anybody who's doing anything and you have to wait a brief period of time in the video, they always put in this fucking little stinger. Time-lapse video, by the way, was what I was looking for.
A few minutes.
Like, can we put an end to this, please? Like, you know, it's lazy, in my opinion.
It's late.
Everyone does it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Cops back up to the window. Let's see what happens. US says, I love SpongeBob. I mean, SpongeBob, don't get it twisted. SpongeBob is dope. But, having said that, the stinger choice isn't dope.
Okay, here's your documents, and here's your 4 summonses. Oh, speeding, careless driving, traveling in the left lane, and failing to obey the turnpike signs.
Wow. So, okay, I could see the first 2, maybe even 3. But see, I'd make the argument the last 2 were just add-ons because Kevin was being a dick. Okay, technically you're not. The left lane is technically a passing lane in New Jersey, but at the same time, as long as you're not speeding, you could ride the left lane. You can ride the left lane, and cops aren't really gonna. I mean, maybe like 1% of cops like will fuck with you just based on that alone. Most cops aren't even touching that. As long as you got good plates, you don't have warrants, you're not speeding or swerving, the left lane thing is really irrelevant. So it's basically just the speeding and careless driving that would be the 2 like actual things he should have gotten. And even the careless driving, I think, is an add-on too, because Kevin's being a dick. Failing to obey the turnpike signs. Like, that is a complete, like, fuck you. So again, Kevin would have probably just had the speeding, maybe a careless as well. I'd say probably not, though, if he was just, again, just respectful. But Kevin has to be an old, sour man at everything. And it's like, motherfucker, you were the one doing 23 over the speed limit.
Here you go. That's the turnpike sign. Contact the court if you have any questions. At the bottom, there's the speed limit signs. You have a nice day, okay?
Oh, what's your
You need
name?
to slow it down. Trooper Canfield, badge number 8564, also at the bottom of every ticket. Okay? You have a nice day. I'm not answering any more of your nonsensical questions. I don't have to answer that question.
Come on, Maga, you're a tough guy.
Yeah,
Come on, Maga, you're a tough guy.
Have a nice day, tough guy. Okay.
And then this is where it gets fucking out of control. Calls him a bitch. He straight up calls the cop a bitch.
I have to answer that question.
Come on, Maga,
You have
you're
a
a tough guy.
Yeah, you have a nice day,
Come
tough
on,
guy.
tough
Okay.
guy, bitch.
Have a good one.
Anytime, any place. Let's meet up.
I mean, that's insane. Like, that is like actually unhinged. Let's meet up, Kevin. What if the cop? Okay, let's enter a reality. Go with me on this one. Let's enter a reality where the cop says in this scenario, okay, let's meet. Where do you want to meet, tough guy? Sagneck. Biden guy. Where do you want to meet? Well, anytime, any place. Well, let's do it. What's up? the cop would break Kevin in half. I mean, have we not seen Kevin? I mean, I get it, he's a little on the tall side, but that's about it. Kevin is like 69 years old. If he threw a punch, he might throw his fucking shoulder out. This is a cop who is in his prime. Officer Canfield. By the way, it's a pretty intimidating name. Canfield? I don't want to mess with a Canfield. Sounds dangerous. But yeah, the cop would, I mean, seriously, break Kevin. So imagine a reality where that's actually a play. Kevin would be on a stretcher somewhere.
Yeah, you have a nice day, tough guy.
Tough
Okay.
guy, bitch.
Have a good one.
Any place. Let's meet up.
You have a good one.
Let's meet up when you don't have your gun. When you're
You have
not
a good
tough
one.
guy, right? Bitch.
You have a good one.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, you have a good one, okay?
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, you have a nice one, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go
Okay.
speed right now. You gonna catch me again?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, tough guy. You're a tough guy.
Officer Canfield. Let's look.
Tough guy. You're a tough guy.
Look at this guy. Wow.
You're gonna like the way you look.
Kevin just pulls off. So there you have it. Kevin Brennan getting pulled over for doing 23 over, calling the cop a bitch, a MAGA guy. Kevin getting 4 tickets out of it that he's got to fight all in court. Hold on, where do I want to search? One thing here. Sorry about this. All right, I want to give you guys a quick little Melton update. And then what do we got after Melton? Oh, we got the Ray Devito tapes. All right, so we'll do those 2 things, and then I'm going to take a short little break. We'll come back. We're going to do we'll finish with Kumia and Steel Toe. How's that sound? Good? Sorry. Just typing something. God damn it. Hold on, bear with me. This will be cut out in post. If you want to rewind the show about 30 seconds and then play it in 2 times speed, and this will all be over before you know it. Let's go to Melton now and catch a little update of how Melton's been feeling. Now, the last we left Melton, of course, I just exited the fucking clip out. This is going fantastic. So, guys, I got a new monitor. Well, I'm using the monitor that was behind me, and it's a 50-inch curved monitor, and it's not practical whatsoever. Like, I got to look on one side of the screen to the other. I mean, my eyes are just all day wigging out, and then I'm hitting buttons I don't want to be hitting. Everything's stretched. This was a poor purchase, in my opinion. I mean, I can't think of any practical, like a 49-inch curve. Like, that's pretty nuts. Why do you need 49 inches of curve, by the way? Like, I think a good, like, 37, maybe 40 tops is enough. All right, sorry. Let's go. Where am I going? Nobody. You're not coming here for curved monitor talk. Likes on yawns. And Melton has had a pretty bad week. He's losing in poker. Last we heard. He's caught COVID. He was yelling at a guy who was trying to fix, I guess, his power or his internet the other day. He's yelling at him. And the guy was like, I guess, unplugging whatever or doing tests. I don't know what the guy was actually there for. But I guess he was fucking up with Melton's power, and Melton's all pissed, and he's yelling at this guy. So let's catch up with him. You know him, the hunchback from Notre Dame, from Las Vegas, Patrick Melton. A.K.A. people like to call him Vegas Merch. So let's check in with him ourselves. Melton. Patrick. Scootin' Scoot, Scoot, boom, Scream, Scooter Rom. Do 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 ding. Come on, Melton. Where you at? Scum, bomb, I mean, are you ever going to come on the show? What's going on here? We get it. We get the song. What is happening?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. And he's had this. Again, we're going to zoom in on it here because that's just what we do. And I know it's low-hanging fruit, but still, he's had this fucking... I guess this would be under his left eye. He's had this, I mean, insane mountain zit on his face for the last... It's the only reason why I bring it up is because it's been there for like 5, maybe plus weeks. I think more. I think it's been there probably for almost 2 months. If I had a zit the size of that, I mean, I'd probably try to pop it or look into getting it surgically removed. I wouldn't just continue to show up on camera looking like a scary, 13-year-old hormonal teenager going through puberty, breaking out every fucking other day. Clean yourself up, bro. Have you heard of OxyClean? I know Chad's promoting a product called, what's it, Iwa? What's it called? Terry's Skin Plasma, or what's it called? He says these hunchback puss in the zit. Ew. Oh, there's hunchback pus in that zit. Ugh. Imagine the stench of something like that. He has monkeypox. Leave him alone, says I guy. Oh, it's called Perry's Skin Plasma. Tukey called you Blaze. Seems like a better name than Blade. Seems like it. It's not. I can assure you. Perry's Skincare, Iwa. Thank you. Whoop. Thank you. All right, back into Melton, and let's see what he's up to. Let's see how he's handling having COVID.
I don't know, man. I've had COVID at least twice before this, and it's never been an issue. And like literally a day of like aches and minor shit. Tuesday was worse. Today has been a lot worse. Today I got headaches now, and the aches are insane. I can't even sleep because of the pain.
I can't even sleep because of the pain. It sounds like a Papa Roach song. I can't even sleep because of the pain. I'm going so insane. And then I can't sleep, can't eat, won't even think. I mean, you get the point. I'm not going to do a whole Papa Roach enactment. Is that how even Papa Roach sounds? The last Papa Roach song I heard was, what was it called? Cut my life into... You get the point. I used to actually bang to that song. Like, not like that. Like, headbang. Whatever happened to Papa Roach? And why was that such a catchy song when I was 13? Probably younger, maybe even 11. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. I don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. And I was like, fuck yeah. At 11. Well, was I that depressed at 11? Like, what? Cut my wrist and now I'm bleeding. Mutilation. What's he say? Mutilation is in sight. And if I end my life tonight, or I can end my life tonight, chances are dynamite or some shit. Like, because I'm losing my mind, losing my sight. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. How did I get on the Papa Roach, by the way? How am I doing a whole Papa Roach thing here?
Aches are insane.
The aches are insane. I can't even sleep because the aches are insane.
Can't even sleep because of the pain.
I can't even sleep because the aches are insane yet. And I'm... Okay, let me cut the shit out. It's not a freestyle show. What am I, Willie Willie?
It hurts to sit. It hurts to lay. It hurts to...
It hurts to sit. It hurts to lay. What? What are you laying, Melton? Eggs? What are you, a fucking goose? It hurts to sit, hurts to lay, it hurts to walk, it hurts to eat. I can't even close my eyes, I tell you. The COVID. It's COVID. Mind you, it's COVID. It's not like he just trained for like a triathlon or anything like that. It's literally the flu. Spooky. I know. I get it. Some people are like, dude, when I get sick, I'm out just like this. I could relate completely. Yeah, well, I could kind of relate. Not really. It doesn't hurt that bad to lay. Like, what are we talking about?
It hurts to sit. There
we go.
It hurts to sit. It hurts to lay. It hurts to walk. It hurts to be
Wow, he really said it hurts to walk. I was just kind of guessing.
still. It hurts. And so I'm glad I gave you 7 hours on Monday when I was mild COVID. Mocking it, holding the test up, having a laugh. I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna try to give you what I can give you tonight.
Oh, look at this. W-Man, I guess, went on and against my requests, started his own fucking show for $10, and now he's just mocking me at this point. W-Man says, I brought you up during... Okay, I read this completely wrong. Point still remains. I brought you up during his last show, and he trashed your setup. Talking about Melton. I didn't expect that because he was talking about low-effort shows, and your show isn't that. Well, I mean, look. Again, it's like, Melton, would you say it to my face? No, you said I was, I quote, good-looking in AC. I mean, look, it is what it is, man. I know to a guy like Melton has been doing this. Melton's almost like a gatekeeper in a lot of ways. Him and Carl, I believe, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But they're never, they'll never say anything good. You know what I mean? Not even just about me, but for anyone. Unless they're cool with that person. You always find something wrong. You can't take it to heart. It is what it is. I know what it is I do. It's light years beyond what most people do. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I could say this very same thing about his show. I mean, there's not really much happening in this shot here besides posters, wood paneling, and some RGB lights. Cool. Cool stuff, Melton. Cool stuff. But thank you, W-Man. Thank you for letting me know that I'm going to have to email him after this, actually. I just thought about it. I'm probably going to have to email him and give him a piece of my mind. Yeah, I just decided. Thank you for letting me know, W-Man.
It's Zanny time. I forgot all about that. Yeah. But anyway, look, we're going to try to give you what we can gives ya. And I can't give...
The podcasters... Yeah. When a podcaster has nothing, they say, yeah. Reminds me of Steel Toe.
I forgot all about that.
Or Chad.
Yeah. But anyway, look, we're going to try to give you what we can gives ya.
Can you stop smacking your lips?
Yeah.
That right there. Yeah. The sass behind the lip smack of a guy with a zit the size of Mount Everest on your cheek. You don't have no room to be lip smacking, bub.
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Like, that is so obnoxious as a listener. If I'm listening with headphones to a Nobody Likes Onions program and I hear, that makes me want to throw my head through a wall. Seriously.
I forgot.
I know it's very ticky-tacky and people are like, I don't even notice it. Now you will, much like the Ray DeVito lip smack. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it.
All about that.
And Melton's, I think, worse than DeVito when it comes to lip smacking. As far as lip smacking goes, Melton's the worst.
Yeah. But anyway, look, we're going to try to give you what we can gives ya. and I can't give you no more. Okay, so we're gonna do our best.
Cool,
and,
man.
Well, that's very cool.
We'll go until we can't goes no more. People are saying
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
And we'll go until we can't goes no more. People are saying I have monkeypox.
Wow, he does. Look at this smile. Uh-oh, that's wild. This is almost an admission right here. Smile by admission. Is it confirmed Melton does have monkeypox? Look at this. This is like a kid who's like caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Like, you know, they're trying to get a cookie, and then, you know, whoever walks in says, "What are you doing?" They turn around and proceed to give you one of these smile. Parents, I mean, you know what I'm talking about in the audience? You ever catch your kid in the cookie jar? Is that even a thing? You know, when I was growing up, there was no cookie jar. It was just the Chips Ahoy box. There was no cookie jar. Point remains. If you're, I'm sure parents have seen a smile like this, caught red-handed with the pox that is monkey.
It goes
no
mo. People are saying I have monkeypox.
That salesman smile here. Well,
It could be some sort of hybrid.
Hybrid? Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Strain? I don't know. But anyway, we're doing it.
Michaela says, and this is one of Melton's biggest thorns in Melton's asses, is this Michaela. Michaela says, Melton thinks, where the fuck, that chat just disappeared. Melton thinks that anyone that argues with him is me now. Yeah, Michaela has like pretty much done what Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid has done with Kevin Brennan. And it's just like they fixate on one person and they use that person as like an example, or like they always yell at that person, or anytime someone is getting out of hand, it's always, "Oh, what are you, Michaela or Nice Podcast?" You know what I mean? It's just like such a, I don't even know. It's just, to me, it's very Steel Toe-esque, if you will. Like Steel Toe would see a chatter named like Ronald 9712, and like Ronald 9712 would go on to be like, "Yeah, your show sucks, or your setup sucks, or whatever the case is. You know, well, what about April?" And then Steel Toe would also do that. "What are you, Melton? Oh, guys, look, Klepto, look, we got him. It's Melton. We got Melton, yeah. Yeah, look at him. He's in the chat. He's seething. We got him. Yeah. Yeah, Melton." And Melton would do something, or I'm sorry, Steel Toe would do something like that. So for Melton to be doing that, again, you know, and I called this out like a year and a half ago, a lot of these guys, and now you hear a lot of these guys saying the same thing, but a lot of these guys have, I mean, traits that are so similar to one another. And it's fascinating because it's almost like, and I've said this before, I'll say it again though, it's almost like they call out the shit that they hate about themselves and they see in other people. Like it's almost like they're lashing out at themselves, but they're using whoever, Steel Toe or Michael Ray Bauer, as like a scapegoat, essentially, I guess. It's fascinating. The mind of a podcaster. I mean, it's not really that deep, but you get the point.
Executive producer.
So does Melton have the pox?
Tonight is Dr. Chris.
I mean, look how quickly he changed that subject, huh? Wow.
People are saying I have monkeypox.
Like he didn't even entertain this. He smiled like he was caught.
It could be some sort of hybrid strain.
Hybrid strain. You said hybrid strain? Final answer? You don't seem too convinced. Hybrid strain in 2025. You have, okay.
I don't.
But then.
I don't know. But anyway, we're doing it. Our executive producer tonight is
just talks about the executive producer. I mean, really quickly jumps off that. All right, we can't entertain this monkeypox theory. Now everyone's going to think I'm taking it up the fucking keister. So there you have it. Patrick Melton still dealing with COVID. He can't lay down. He can't sit down. He can't sit up. He can't walk. He can't really do much besides kind of just exist and live stream. I mean, okay. Big W says, nobody fucks monkeys and people. Well, you'd be surprised, Big W. You'd be surprised. Poignant Pachyderm for $4.99. Thank you. Says, Melton's mouth looks like it smells like a chipmunk died under his tongue. Oh, my God. You know, now that you mention it, Melton's mouth. I got to read this one more time. This is a mouthful, but so spot on. Melton's mouth looks like it smells like a chipmunk died under his tongue. See, I would say, why stop at chipmunk? I'd say like a possum, you know, or like a skunk. And it is confirmed. And I know no one's probably going to believe this. I mean, unless you have heard me play the clip before, or like, because if you do like Melton, like, you probably will not believe it. Thank you, Poignant. But Melton's actually a self-admitted non-teeth brusher. Like, he goes days, gaps. There's gaps in between his last time he's brushed his teeth to the present time he's brushing his teeth. He doesn't stay up on it. I'm not saying you got to brush your teeth 7 times a day. Like, some people are really insane. I'm not saying that would hurt either, but twice a day will suffice. You know, if you can't do it twice a day, at least brush and then maybe mouthwash. You know? Melton seriously goes days, 4 or 5 days at times. Self-admitted, by the way. It's disgusting. Brush your teeth. You only get one set of teeth in this life. And, you know, not everyone's like Bob Levy. We could just fly to Turkey every other month to get new fucking veneers. So brush your teeth. Keep them in your head, please. Guys, I want to switch over. Thank you one more time to Poignant and to everyone so far who has helped contribute to the show. If you'd like to contribute to the show further, I don't usually like to plug, but the pinned comment at the top lets you go around YouTube. There's some links in the description as well. If not, at the very least, just hit the fucking like button, you fucking degenerates, and all will be well in the world. Okay, I want to go into Raymond.Davinsky. Started from the bottom,
now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole crew's here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah. I like just dumb, corny shit like that. Yeah, I do like...
Yeah. Okay, so this latest Franklin Sheckler drop is one for the ages. I got to tip my cap to Franklin Sheckler. I've been watching Sheckler content for probably over a year now, and Franklin Sheckler never ceases to disappoint. And his latest video, or her latest video, I don't know what a Franklin Sheckler is, they, them, he, her, Ray Devito's History with Women, Volume 3. Addendum A, Dark Accusations. Let's watch it. Franklin Sheckler, Ray DeVito. This is going to get good. If you've seen it already, oh fucking well, we're watching it again. It's that good. And I love the music choice here. This reminds me of the Batman song, the most recent Batman song with Robert Pattinson. There's a storm coming.
In Chapter 3.
You married my ex-girlfriend. She will tell you, I do not...
Let me tell you something. I will...
MGD wants Lady Lesher, brush your teeth at Win by 2 Radio. Break song, please. I was going to play something completely different, not even a break song, but all right, yeah, I'll play. I got you, MGD.
Say her name. Her name's Catherine. And by the way, I can't think of anything grosser than you implying that you had sex with Catherine. and don't say ex-girlfriend. You went to Ireland once.
A clip from Diamond Dogs appeared to be discussing a controversy the Cleveland Slow had with the Irish woman Catherine. Institute researchers have determined this was not the case. They were talking about a woman named Andrea Allen. She was at one time a producer for Keith and the Girl. A newly discovered podcast episode tells a very dark tale. A link to the full episode is in the description. Here are the salient parts.
So this episode is talking a lot about sexual assault in the comedy community and allegations of various, the new vogue term is sexual misconduct. But Andrea's, she's raging about a situation she has now found herself in about a comic that we both know who is allegedly done.
So right now you can see it on the screen, says the Man Whore podcast from August 31st, 2022. So very recent, episode 451. Title of the episode, Men Need to Talk to Men and Not to Andrea Allen. Let's continue.
Some shit. Like, I've known him in comedy since
and this Andrea chick has let these guys know that there's something happening with this comedian that they all mutually know. Turns out the comedian is Ray DeVito. Let's keep listening.
In college.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice guy, funny guy, like his jokes. And then in my early 20s, I went on multiple dates with women.
Yeah.
I told you this, that who somehow it comes.
Okay, settle down, YewNeek.
Comes up, oh, you do comedy. Oh, I've dated some comedians. So so I've been on multiple dates with women who, when this comes up that they've hooked up with or dated comics, and you're like, well, who? And then they've all said this name. And it was almost always like some sort of weird, we're on a first date. Not all of them are being like, yeah, that man did X to me.
Yeah.
But they always alluded to some shittiness or something like, oh, it wasn't great, or yeah, was that, or he was kind of like this.
Wow, it wasn't great. That's incredible. So this guy, I don't know what his name is. We'll call him Stan. Stan is on the podcast. They know Stan and the host or co-host know of a guy in comedy that they used to like. That's in comedy. We all know him. I like material wasn't that bad, funny, blah blah blah. But then, when I was starting to cross paths with these women, we'd go out. I'd be dating because I'm a puss slayer myself. I look up to YewNeek. I get all my puss slaying tips from Kyle from YewNeek Entertainment. And all these women, they're letting me know that there's the guy in comedy I was mentioning, a lot of bad things. One of which, he's underperforming pretty much. I mean, that's more embarrassing than forcibly trying to get women to jerk you off.
Shittiness or something like, oh, it wasn't great, or yeah, was that, or he was kind of like this. And so when you said it, I was like, this motherfucker. I've known for 10 years.
Oh, I guess he's talking to Andrea Allen. Okay, that makes sense.
And that's the thing is there's the people who are involved in this confrontation have all known this person for a long time. And I think in recent years too, he's had a lot of tumultuous relationships with people who are younger than him.
Whoa.
And it's been amongst peers being hey man, with these fucking younger, what do you, more so framed you keep having these messy, toxic relationships with people, but they're so young and they're so clearly not okay in some certain way because.
Okay, but how young are we talking? I mean, there's nothing wrong with dating young. Again, my rule of thumb is 7 years each direction. Typically a good rule of thumb to follow. You really can't get in trouble with 7 years either way. I mean, unless you're 20. But I'm saying if you're over the age of 25 and older, 7 years. So how young are we talking? I mean, are we talking 15, 16? Are we talking race 50, so 44?
Their age or because of many other factors. So it was more why is it with it? You can't keep dating this type and then having it blow up and be so fucked up and then come to us and be oh my God. And we're oh God, another 22-year-old?
I do not use the Kumia rule, by the way. Is that a Kumia rule? If it is, then I'm changing my number to 8.
Fucking was a mess. Yeah. Yes. But this situation was there's that.
He was always kind of like this, but it was never past a certain point.
It was just this guy's weird and kind of shitty with wit.
Wow.
Not in the way that any of
it's something you never want to be called. Weird and shitty to women.
Us knew the abusive nature, but we knew that it was a mess and that I think certain people are I don't want to talk to you about this shit anymore with this breakup or this or that or whatever, and these young women and whatever. So I think that's a part of what like we were like, ugh, okay, there's that.
This tracks.
Yeah, this tracks. Everyone
This
around this
tracks.
person is very safe. Like, you know, myself included, this is my, you know, these are my extended friend group, my friend group.
Yeah, that tracks.
And so
tracks.
someone said to me like, hey, if I was,
Tracks.
you know, talking to this person, I would probably feel more comfortable, you know, going home with them or like,
Yeah.
you know, flirting with them, seeing him with all of his friends. You know, I think there's like a cosign that happens, especially with men, when they have like cool female friends or whatever it may be. So I had a crush on a comedian. His name is Ray Devito.
No! That's where you first, this is where I lost this chick, Andrea Allen. You had a crush on Ray DeVito? You sick son of a bitch. That's your first mistake.
Comedian. His name is Ray DeVito, and he was involved in a community that I was a part of, which is a podcast community.
Oh, God.
Super fun. Like,
Fun.
so many fun memories.
This has been a very fun show.
This has been a very fun show.
Of going to these comedy shows and meeting these other fans of these podcasts and like meeting.
It kind of sounds like Felicia.
These comedians who I viewed as celebrities. Like,
you viewed comedians as celebrities? Oh my God, this bitch is nuts, huh? She's crushing on Ray DeVito again. Red flag number 1. Red flag number 2. She views comedians like Ray DeVito and other small time. What would you say Ray is? Like G-list status, G-list celeb. You're viewing these people as celebrities? Okay. I'm just making sure I'm following along here.
It was the funnest time ever.
Oh my
wow, like hearing a comedian on a podcast, some people go like, wow, they must be no.
I know.
They're like, no, that dude's.
No one says that. Like, who says that? If I see a comedian on a podcast, I don't automatically assume that they're famous. What? What kind of logic is that? Just because you're a comedian must mean you're famous? Are you stupid? Like, sorry, I mean, I hate to be blunt, but are you actually retarded?
He's got 4 roommates.
But that was, they know, right?
Because but people don't know.
They don't know. And I didn't know, and I did view these people as celebrities.
I saw him headline hilarity, so he must be. No, that gig paid $800.
Maybe. God, $800. Woo.
That's actually, so this guy has no idea what he's talking about. $800? That's not bad.
Don't get me excited.
All things considering. Ray DeVito would actually kill people for $800 gigs.
So
he's literally taking $50 open mic spots. He would shoot somebody right dead in the skull, right in front of their child, for fucking $800. That's a fact.
I told this person that I liked them, and I asked them on a date, and he said, you know,
okay, so up until this point, this chick's story is very holy. Not like holy as like it pertains to the gospel. Like holy, like holes. A lot of holes in the story. But this is where I could kind of see like when there's anything like accusations like this or anything to this, magnitude, I guess, there's always 2 sides to every story. Both people are both simultaneously lying and telling the truth. It is our jobs as sovereign citizens to decipher and figure out, pull some of the truth and remove some of the lie in the story from the one end and do the same on the other. And then boom, we can kind of paint a broader, more clear picture. Talk about clarity. Shout out to MGD, who's letting me know today that my clarity has actually been pretty off when it comes to my camera. For 2, says she tied Ray to bed. She tied Ray to bed and forced her hand on his cock. I mean, Steve S says 80. I thought she said 800. 800. If it's 80, then yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, MGD. I mean, possibly. And I don't know if you're being literal in that sense, but I could see Ray doing some of this shit. Let's listen.
More looking
Thank you for the
a
tune.
girlfriend. Like basically, he was like, "You're a drunk slut, and I'm not interested in that." Out.
Wow. Okay, so I got to give points to Ray there. So Ray, this chick is like, hey, like I have a crush on you, blah blah blah. I want to like S your D and kiss you on the neck and do sex things with you. To which Ray's like, listen, you're a drunk slut. I want nothing to do with you at all. Sorry. Now this can mean many things. This could point to the Ray is gay theory. This could point to, a lot of things. Ray hating women goes back to him and his sister having a rocky relationship. So he's always taking it out on the next female. It's very telling.
You're a drunk slut, and I'm not interested in that. Ouch. Fine, maybe find a nicer way to put that, but like
you're not wrong, but you're being mean.
Yeah, you're being mean. But then this guy would
welcome back. Brush your teeth, Melton. Wow. MGD delivering. Did they write that song about Melton? It's scary. Bing diddy ding. It sounds like Keanu at the end. Ding diddy dum bam boom. Bing shida bam bling bling. Sing diddy dung ding dung. Bing 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 bing. Welcome back in. Hi. Hello. Glad you're all joining us here today. Welcome back from break. We've smoked. I'm one more cigarette away, or one more cigarette closer to the grave, actually. 1x2 Radio, Tony Danza. Me or you? MGD says blacks rule. Yeah, this is the last day of Black History Month. Shout out to all the blacks. For real. We don't know what we would do without you here. All right, let me see what's happening.
Save our marriage. That's what
kind of. Oh, look at this. Rekieta's on.
Yeah,
this little piggy.
Bacon was really funny because
see what's happening here. This will be a good way to get into the steel toe stuff.
Singing karaoke with Kayla and I. We were like one room away. The karaoke room's right next to the kitchen, but he was in singing karaoke and like he would go. He'd take.
Hey Nick, your camera's frozen. Nick,
see what April was up to, but she was making the candied bacon, and it's like her mom's recipe or whatever. Aaron doesn't even know how to do anything.
Hold on, this is at your house?
Yeah, this is at my house.
Yeah.
He was at his house.
No.
She's upstairs.
Follow along, Patrick.
Mixed up a lot of different things. He says she's upstairs a lot, and he also said yesterday we were making candied bacon together, and over time that's morphed into she's upstairs making candied bacon.
Got it.
That's where that comes from.
He's two different lies.
Yes.
He literally walked into the kitchen as
God, Aaron's
going to
be seething.
Talked to her for a couple minutes and was like, "Yeah, we were making candy bacon together." It's like, no, you weren't. You were shittily singing country songs over and over and over with no concept of melody. Oh my God.
Yeah, we've seen him freestyle.
Nick is such
rap.
a fucking
I guess
dweeb.
he rapped today on his show a little bit.
Oh,
and
it was
then
so funny.
We saw him doing walking in Memphis. I've seen, he's not got any kind of. He's tone deaf. He doesn't have rhythm. I don't know why he enjoys karaoke. What makes people who are like horrible at something enjoy doing something so much?
I don't know, but he would do rap songs all the time, which is so funny because it's like, why are you doing this? Like, you think it's cool to know all the words to a Jay-Z song like that? None of us think that that's particular. Like, it's fine, but like none of the people around you think it's cool. If you go out to a karaoke bar and do it, everybody's gonna you'll get murdered in the wrong area. But most people are like, why is this chubby white guy singing like doing this? Why would anybody stand
Sounds
up and do
jealousy
this?
to me.
Black people don't do it. Like, you don't get up and
black people don't do karaoke. It's not really
they do in Houston, man. I went to the wrong karaoke bar with Vic Mignogna, and he gets up and
they do in Houston, man.
Fucking,
cool story.
Vic Mignogna.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he starts singing Sweet Caroline. All the blacks are like sitting there doing the hand waves. I'm like, what is happening? This is the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. Black people love karaoke. It's a fact.
I want to continue this clip about what you, the horse shit you're saying.
You know, if I weren't on the moving onward and moving upward path in my life.
I'm so glad he doesn't talk about it anymore, by the way. Like, once the new year rolled around, he put all this behind him.
It's amazing that the courts haven't caught up to this new personality he's got.
Just,
Me about
just 8 straight months of daily talking about it. He's like moving on and moving up.
Hold on.
But we've all said what we're gonna say on the banner. It's like,
Look, I don't even taste the cum anymore. Let's move on.
9-10 months ago, would have been on the phone with a fucking civil case lawyer.
I
What
love
do you
that.
mean?
First, like he has
Yeah.
the money for a lawyer and like he needs more legal entanglements.
Not to mention, 2 months ago, he's
Not to
talking about
mention-
going all the way to the FBI
Not to
about
mention-
a supposed leak. So, I mean, you don't even need to go back that far for
Okay, it's fixed.
calling someone.
Not to
yeah,
mention.
it's I don't even know how to get into this.
It's what you said before, Nick. Like whatever suits him in the present is his reality, and the past, whether it's last week or last year, he's moved on from that. That was when he was a shitty person. Now look, if you rewind backwards in that time, he never says I'm shit. The shows are bad. But a year from now, he'll be able to look back and go, those shows were bad. Those shows were shit. It's whatever. It's exactly what you said. His Overton window of reality is whatever he's looking through right now. It's like, I'm just saying, like he does
window,
shift.
but, yeah.
It's an Overton. I
That's not
disagree,
Overton
Moody.
window, but okay.
Wow, get him,
I'm
Moody.
using it as a metaphor.
Right. You said I'm moving window, but Overton window says what discourse is acceptable given the current level of discourse, and that shifts. But his is a reality distortion
You're
field
stupid,
that just
Melton.
moves with him.
You're
No,
dumb.
but what he finds acceptable to discuss is also changes on a daily basis.
Yes.
Remember,
it's
on
a-
Valentine's Day,
He just mid-sentence.
he told us it was too personal to talk about, but now he's spilling out details about what they did on Valentine's Day every day. It's like,
Yes.
it's insane. It
Yeah, and
does.
Yes.
SP once texted him if he wanted soup, and he started talking about having
SP.
sex with her. Like there's no there's no rule that carries on. It's just whatever he feels.
She's gonna rip open a meaty
God.
can of Campbell's, and he's like, God, I can't wait to have sex.
Right.
Soup is
Sounds
still
like you
a
guys
wine.
have never stuck your dick in some warm soup.
I think today. But
It's like, Nick, say what you will, but you let this man penetrate your
honestly,
wife.
I looked at it and I felt
I mean,
I felt
what?
sad. In fact, on Twitter today, I even tweeted out an AA quote.
You
and I
let
was
this
like,
big
"Just read
goober
this."
thrust on
Nick
your
is
fucking
apparently
wife.
So embarrassed about the cocaine thing, as he should be. The fact that his daughter tested positive, the fact that he said, "Oh, we never had it was never around kids," and I had to call him out on that. I'm like, "Well, that's not true."
He's like, that's not true. I did it around kids.
Well,
Why would you say that, you weirdo?
Look, I gave the metaphor yesterday of like if you were in your bedroom, in the bathroom, and he's like, it was just 2 doors away. I said, so by that logic, everyone who takes a shower in a house where children are is around kids nude. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Patrick Mapton coming out the gates right now.
But like using that logic.
So this is breaking. Nick Rekieta, I guess, is kind of breaking his silence again on this little piggy live with Melton and Moody. Where's Carl at? Why isn't Carl on this episode? It's like the biggest episode since Nick's calling.
argue all day about whether you should be doing cocaine around kids.
We've learned
no, Nick.
not much. Just picking apart a steel toe clip here. So far, Nick's a part of the cool crowd now, he thinks, and he's trying to riff back and forth. Let's go live. Let's see what they're saying.
Do is drugs around the children. Yes, there were drugs in a safe in an ensuite bathroom behind a locked door, or two, as it were, if you will. And when the kids were home, we wouldn't do it. Even if Aaron and April came over, we weren't.
Mom wife is
doing
feeding
drugs
Carl.
If
Yep.
the kids were there,
Probably put
and
him
we
down
weren't
for
having
a
sex in front
snooze.
of children, because who does all
Brian
of this
says Nick
stuff? I
lies
don't know
more
where
than
people-
Ray.
they're
I
like,
agree.
oh, this must have been happening. It's like, you guys are insane. No, oftentimes my parents lived down in Florida, but they have a lake house really close by, and they were here a lot this past year because when our nanny quit, they knew we were struggling to keep up with.
Brian, they
kids
all
still their
lie. That's the
stuff.
problem.
It was really
Nick,
stressful. And
Nick
I
and
talked to my
Steel
dad. I was
Toe,
"Hey,
like
can you guys,
the other one's trying to like call the other one out about lies that they're, you know, saying about one another, but in reality, it's like you both lie so to an alarming degree. So that's why I say be very cautious. Don't be so quick to pick sides in this whole thing.
up for a week, 10 days. At a
Observe
time, and they would,
and just laugh.
They'd be like, "We'll take the kids. We'll take."
I mean,
the
that's
kids.
really what it
Don't
comes
worry
down
about
to.
it. We got it.
Shouldn't it be Team
So
Nick
this is
or
like
Team
that
Toe?
We know that one week where like April and Aaron were at your house for like 3 or 4 days, and they said they were like snowed in. Yeah, you guys could go out to the store and pick stuff up, but they were snowed in and couldn't get home.
Yeah.
Like, so that would be like during that time, your kids wouldn't be at the house at all. You're saying they would be at your parents.
Correct. Like I can't think of any time where the kids were home where drugs were out and being used at all. Like because I can say this now. I haven't been able to say any of this for 8 months because I had a legal defense that I needed to exhaust before speaking. I've told the court that the drugs were mine. They were in my possession, solely mine, in a locked safe. I'm the only one who had access to it. That's all true. I brought that safe with me when I left the house. I didn't leave it home. There wasn't an opportunity for like a kid to get into it. It's a little travel safe. It's like this big.
That's corroborated by Aaron. He said that you would always bring a safe with you. Yeah, everywhere you go.
So people may wonder like about why you do stuff like this. When you're a public person, sometimes you get swatted. We've been swatted several times. I didn't want to be swatted while not home and have the nanny let the cops come in the house to verify that everything's okay. And then the cops decide to start peeking around and find something that makes them want to search for search or whatever. Like once you consent to a cop looking around your house, they can, and yes, an adult, any adult in your home can give that consent. If they do that, the cops can go all through the house looking around to make sure no one's dying. So I didn't ever want to have anything at home for something like that to happen.
Wouldn't it be safer to have a locked safe at home? I don't think the cops are going to open your locked safe versus in the car. Like when
believe
you
me,
travel,
they will. They'll
like
open
a
your locked
canine,
safe.
but a canine would be able to alert to like a safe with drugs in your car if you ever got pulled over or something. I'd be more worried about that.
If you look into how canine stuff works, they have to suspect there's drugs in your car.
Yeah, Melton's
like
retarded.
the canine.
If you get pulled over for a traffic stop, they're not just going to bust out a canine dog and go searching for fucking cocaine. You know what I mean? They have no reason to believe that this person is on drugs at first. I mean, unless you're like swerving on the road.
There, and then the cops look there. Like that's been shown in
I was
several
like, wouldn't it be crazy? Like if you got pulled over on the side of the road and they just like had a canine hit on your drugs? It's
they're
like,
not going to bring a canine unit up to your car unless they suspect something.
Right.
But you know, you just have a.
And I'm not
travel
even a
safe
fucking
sitting in
lawyer,
the
and I knew
trunk of
that.
the car, like it's not up with you, and you're not driving intoxicated or anything like that. You're not going to be in any sort of danger. And it's much more concerning of me that like a kid would get into something, or the nanny would get into something, or the police would end up at our house due to something that most people wouldn't have to deal with. It's a different type of concern than a normal human who doesn't get swatted all the time.
Yeah, taking your safe out of your home is redacted.
Yesterday we were talking, and you were going into some scientific detail about.
Tons more Cowbell brings up a good point. Says he was in the car without the safe. But he was in the car without the safe when the drugs were found. That is true too.
Just like a TLDR.
But see, the problem is here, Tons more Cowbell, is like you got guys like Melton and to a lesser degree Moody, who have, I mean, seriously, like a vendetta. Like they need to see Aaron squirm, which I'm all for. But I'm also for like the truth in this matter. And my thing is, they're not going to push back on Nick with anything. Like they're just going to co-sign a lot of this shit and not really push back with anything because it makes Aaron look bad. They would rather Aaron look bad than actually get to the bottom of what's going on. Now, remember, Melton up until this point, I don't know Nick. I don't really know much. Like he's really been lackadaisical with Nick and his approach to this whole situation. Which on one end I do get because it's like, okay, you want him for this moment right here and to come to Hackamania to save your event. But on the other end, it's like it makes you look like a fool because you're just co-signing a known liar, schemist. I mean, really piece of shit. Just because you're trying to spite Aaron. I mean, it makes zero sense.
You can look these up. They have been shown, and this is calling into question the methodology of washing because no one actually asks. Law enforcement does not want to make this accurate.
Someone who's not on cocaine at all, you could literally put cocaine on the hair, and in the washing process, it would infuse the hair with cocaine. That would seem to like discount all hair follicle tests for cocaine. If you could just literally frame someone like that.
No one uses hair follicle testing for cocaine in like the private sector. They don't use hair follicle testing for use because mere exposure can show all sorts of it shows exposure. It doesn't show use at all.
So I've got a bit of background in terms of like building algorithms and things and skewing them towards certain angles. So for example, if you've got like this algorithm or a process that's going to go into the medical field,
Nick's like shaking.
There's nothing that's going to be
Watch us.
So you have a choice when you're designing this to either skew towards a false positive or a false
negative.
Rewind.
You're on Nobody Likes Onions channel. It doesn't allow a rewind.
Test, they will skew those towards false positives anyway, just to rule out anyone that absolutely doesn't have it, and then that if you test positive on that qualifies you to the next step, which is your actual test. It's like blowing into your blood alcohol level. There's a lot of ways you can get false positives from that, but it's a lot easier to blow into a little thing than it is to go and get your blood drawn, which gives you a much better result.
What do you know about blowing into little things, Moody?
Set up a stall and be like, everyone who passes through, we need to draw your blood, right?
Yeah, it's breathalyzer field tests. The intoxilizer is rather accurate. The breathalyzer that they use at the station, which is a big fucking machine. The field testing ones are subject to all sorts of issues,
like pickle juice and stuff,
or just temperature. They don't operate in the cold. In Minnesota, it's kind of a big problem. If you get pulled over and it's below 0 Fahrenheit, you should find out what model it is, because some of them, many of the breathalyzers that they use in the field are not accurate below 0 degrees. Some are rated to -20.
They're good to rule out people who absolutely don't screen. And then just because you test positive, that doesn't mean you're going to court, right?
So I love breathalyzer talk.
Go get a further test.
And you say you have footage of 2 police officers touching your daughter's hair with gloves on, or?
That's the next part of this. So
blah, blah, blah. Nick, explain that one video clip where it's believed Mrs. Toe was serving you under the desk. Please speak slowly. I'll take the answer off the air.
Glug, glug, glug. I miss dick dingers. You and me both, girly. Nick, call me if you're holding.
I can't explain that. It's so much less fun than it should have
yes,
been.
was April blowing you?
I was actually falling asleep.
I wish that was the case. Guys, I was on so much liquor and cocaine, my dick wouldn't have worked if she tried. Like, oh my goodness.
No, see, I don't buy it.
No, I felt myself passing out.
You were pinching yourself, or stabbing yourself.
Yeah, I had a sore on my right thigh, just behind my knee, and I was shoving my thumb into it to try and stay awake.
I mean, this sounds ridiculous.
Cocaine edition.
I was pinching myself to stay awake.
Know why Aaron was choked out at a wedding?
Because he won a rap battle.
Yeah, he won a rap battle. We know this.
He's proud of his rapping ability.
No, see how they just completely ignored the last thing.
I'll wrap this up really quickly. Like I said, I'm going to put out a whole thing. The most frustrating part of this is that the state never came after us. We never.
And he says he's on cocaine and liquor. Trust me, that doesn't. You'd be awake if you're on cocaine and liquor. Nick looked like shit.
We never got
passing out, and he said he was pinching himself to stay awake.
Okay, and we don't know. Like we want to know.
They just said we
zero
take it all
pushback
back and gave your kids back. Is that what happened, or?
Yeah, they investigated us for months. They observed us with our kids. We had supervised visitation, then we had unsupervised visitation, but they would check in at any time. This went on for until it finally finished in November. We had a path to everything in August that finally wrapped up in November, and it was a nice relief. But during the time they were investigating, they were interviewing people. They did all sorts of medical tests on the kids.
Yeah,
they did mental evaluations on the children. They talked to their teachers. They talked to their
Kelly Wells says, who is dumb enough to believe what Nick is saying? He was choking the chicken. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. he was either self-pleasuring himself or it was April. Because if you remember, I believe it was Kino Casino who went back and enhanced that audio, and it did sound like there was a second voice in that room. Now, according to Nick, there's people, this is where the whole corner demon story comes from, because according to Nick, they would just have April sit in the studio and watch. So would it be so out of the realm of possibility that April would crawl under the desk?
She was 8 and she had trouble like with the.
But according to Nick, he had an open sore and was poking it to stay awake. I mean, what?
The thing that seems wild to me.
I mean, I was born on a day, but it wasn't yesterday.
Like, this wasn't a public document about the
ridiculous.
cocaine positive test. But, and so you'll never be able to defend it. But the thing to me that indicates something's up with it is that the authorities basically had a positive test for cocaine, all these issues of neglect, yet they let the children go back into that environment. So what that tells me is, like, if what is on there was credible or really cited a problem for them, then we'll
watch another couple minutes of this, because I have one or two steel toe things I'd like to get through myself.
It's weird,
but this is breaking. I mean, they're not really getting to anything new here.
Was giving cocaine to a child, I would advocate immediately.
It's stuff that's already been out there. There's nothing breaking.
It's horrifying to me that
You're
people
not missing
actually
anything.
think that happened, because it's so fucking crazy. One, why would you waste cocaine on a child? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, just think about it from the addict mentality if you have to. But I do, real quick, I do actually have footage of 2 officers who had just come into contact with cocaine, touching that child's hair. That's on the body cam footage. It's not nefarious. It's not a conspiracy. It was a perfectly natural reaction. My daughter was about to leave with her grandparents. We had already been arrested and removed from the scene. None of us knew that this happened until we were able to review the body cam footage. But my daughter was about to leave with her grandparents, and she had forgotten her iPad inside. So she ran inside the house, and there's 2 officers in the entryway. One was the deputy chief, I believe, who was kind of just overseeing the investigation. He was mostly standing outside the whole time. And then the other
I'll
one.
say what this PUSSY won't. When you're on cocaine, Aaron hits harder than your DICK can get. Molly is for the love making.
Grifty, I don't know if you've done enough Molly if you think your dick works on that. But
what?
It does.
Depends how much you do. That's true. You got to do the right dose. But no, so the other cop who was there had just come out.
You're a
of
drug
the
guy.
bathroom that they
That's
moved
awesome.
the safe into, because they took it outside, cracked open the safe. They brought it back into our front bathroom, not the bathroom where they found it. And they were pulling it all out. That cop, with his gloves, touches my daughter's hair on body cam right after coming out of
release
that
the
bathroom.
footage.
Like, he did not take his gloves off. He didn't wash them. All of this is there. I have to put it all together because it's multiple body cams to see it, obviously.
So,
but
real quick,
it's
if
multiple
Aaron-
body
so
cams to
Aaron
see
says
it.
this
Obviously,
thing
wouldn't it be obvious to see a cop touching your daughter's hair?
while you guys were all in the bedroom. But you're saying you were in the bedroom just having sex, not doing drugs while the kids were there and he was making spaghetti.
No, we were watching Game of Thrones.
They used to go to.
my
I think you've.
This is in the
correct me
middle
if I'm
of the
wrong.
day.
You never had.
We were watching
sex
Game of
together in the same
Thrones.
room. You would always.
We
go to
weren't doing
different
drugs or
rooms
having
and sleep in the
sex.
same bed, right?
Game of Thrones?
Oh no!
I don't want to.
Oh, no.
I gotta go through it. I gotta go through it in my head.
Well, Aaron was just holding the camera.
There was a time where there would be instances where people might like accidentally walk in on someone, right?
Sure.
That happened in a specific way one time, which ended up kind of like sad.
Can you tell us about the time Aaron walked in with his dick in his hand naked and said, "This is
That wasn't even a sex thing."
So the cops did the coke before they tussled your daughter? Right.
They didn't do the coke. They were sitting there grabbing all of the bags.
They have
It was
to
on
do
their-
this. I've seen TV. They have to do that to see if it's real.
Yeah, see, no one buys it.
So
And this is such a disservice. Melton and Moody, this is such a disservice because, again, you're just letting this guy lie on your show. I mean, that's awesome.
Unless
and,
he's shitting.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
If he's shitting in private, he's like, oh god, I got to get these clothes off. But no, he's super insecure about being naked around people. I don't know if you know this, but when you're on cocaine, like you want to be naked all the time. Or well, I do. I don't know.
But I thought your dick doesn't work.
Except him. And so
I thought when you do cocaine, your dick doesn't work. So which is it, Nick?
Kayla and April, and we're all just naked doing coke and stuff, like because listening to music. It's a big bathroom, and we're just hanging out. And he walks up naked, which is shocking because I've never had ever seen him naked.
Now, was he just cupping his nuts, or did he also have his hand across his tit?
No, he just had one. He just had
like
one hand,
like Venus.
Yes.
He had.
This is unbelievable.
He had one hand holding his button down, and he walks up and he says, he takes his hand off and he says, "See, this is why I don't really like being naked." And then
Noga says metabolized cocaine is still cocaine.
Like, what are you fucking talking about?
We're all growers.
No,
I hope it grows when you.
And we're sitting there, and I'm just dumb. I'm like, dude, nobody gives a shit. Like, I'm standing around here naked. No one cares what you look like.
You literally jizzed on my wife's tits. I could give two fucks.
But he was just so fucking uncomfortable, and it was pretty funny to me the whole time.
I mean, would you not be also uncomfortable?
And be shy.
You're with your wife, who's naked in front of another guy and his wife doing coke in a bathroom while there's children around.
I'm like, no, little guy, it's fine. Like you're
Nick's like, yeah, what? You haven't done cocaine before? What are you, an idiot? What are you, some sort of
here? Like your wife?
Like, no, Nick, we haven't done cocaine. You know, I wouldn't know if my dick did or didn't work if.
So like you're fine.
I've done cocaine.
You're just a normal person.
All right, we got a lot of
but just
questions
his
Let's catch up on
all
some
of this
that.
is just
I'm
bullshit.
only insecure about being naked because I never fully went through puberty, and I'm a grown man with a hairless baby fat boy body and a button
So you
dick.
got slam on Aaron, which I'm all for, by the way.
It seems,
but again,
to me, it seems like
fuck Nick as well.
From Aaron, I think Aaron would probably have a regular, like, there's nothing unusual about it, is what you said. But
there
is just
but I'm not
insecure
going to
about
talk.
it.
I mean, there is something unusual about it, but I'm not going to talk
there is.
about that.
Shut the fuck up! You're not. I'll kick you off this show right now. You better open your mouth.
Weird. That's
Yeah,
Never
watch
mind.
Nick. He's like shaking. Look at him.
No,
Look, he's shaking.
No. See,
He's
unlike
shaking.
Aaron, I know how to not.
Look at him.
blow
He's
my
got
load in
tremors
one
right now.
fucking
You're
live
saying there's
stream.
something abnormal about his penis.
Yes.
Is he uncircumcised?
No.
Does it have an elbow?
Uh-oh.
Oh no! You're saying there's a nodule or a protruding pustule or
No, we'll call it more than a bend.
Can you look?
Oh, no,
if you
like
were,
fire iron?
if
Remember
you were,
Deuce Bigelow? Remember the detective played by Dennis Leary in Deuce Bigelow?
No, nobody saw
Yeah,
that.
what?
No, then no one should. But he's
All right.
talking about his dick, how it's like narrow and it bent at the end like a kickstand.
all right, Nick. If you were completely unrelated, I'm just wanting to record some voices to make your
Sick
AI a
on.
little better. Could you record like an example GPS instruction as if you were about to go into an intersection? Which direction would you go?
Which direction would I would go right.
You would go right. So hard right, like at the beginning or end,
As in
or
What was
Hard
Aaron's
right.
penis?
No, see,
Left or right?
Moody's trying to
Hard
be
right.
the smartest guy in the room, and
I
right, right.
actually don't. I don't know the direction.
Jesus
of the
Christ,
bend.
these people. I mean,
So you're
really.
saying it's like, but it's like a tire iron or a water pick or something like that. It's
Like it's
a
not
bendy
just
straw.
it's not just a curve.
It's a crazy straw. He's got a crazy straw penis. Waiver, thank you for
I
getting.
mean, who could have seen that coming? Hey guys, Aaron's penis is deformed.
Maybe.
I mean, trust me, I want to believe that too. If it's true, big if true. Show us a pic or it didn't happen.
Try hard.
Show us a video or it didn't happen.
Thank you very much. Taxes theft. Hey Moody, he liked
hey,
you.
tax.
Former attendee Legion of Skanks. I guess can't wait.
90-degree bend.
Former non.
I just don't believe it. I mean, look, I want to slam on Aaron, but I find it hard to believe. It's convenient.
Wherever
It's
I
convenient
go, I'm around.
that Aaron has a deformed penis. You know what I mean? I just don't buy it. I don't buy it.
It says Rekieta is Kato Kalin. Aaron is OJ and all of this. Thanks for the show, fellas. Thank you, Lance. Kafer, Holy Hannah and Barbara. I'm back. Thank you, everyone except females. Go find a cooking pod or a true crime. I hate you all, especially Dumas.
Believe all
Dumas
podcasters.
Mommy. This guy hates women. He really just hates them. Torito, I love.
See, we'll
Moody's
do.
voice.
We'll watch another maybe 4 minutes of this until 5.
This sounds so beautiful, and I can fall asleep to it. I thought that was LL.
And I think
Cooley
we'll move
for a minute.
on.
You're getting a lot of like dudes interested in you because you're exotic. They don't know that you're 4 foot tall and rotund.
Yeah, I'm convict at the moment.
I just like calling people fat. It makes me feel better. Papa
And you should
Don,
be more secure than Aaron being naked.
Papa Dan, member for 5 months. So Nick, what you're saying is Aaron's peen is like a pig's tail, as it were, if you will. Is it like curly at the end? Does it have a spiral?
It's not that ridiculous.
If he was standing around the corner from you, would it be looking at you?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Like those mirrors cops use
Well, as a felon, I always go to. I like the mirror I would use to make sure no one's behind me while I'm eating. You know.
I got it. All right, we got super tips now. My favorite. Oh fuck, that's the wrong thing. Was it this one? Ha. Good one, Patrick. I don't know what that's about, but thanks, Waiver.
Oh, dang it. Mooby, you made a mess. Next time you drain my hairy mule, don't get any custard on my shoe, you sissy.
Well, I got
all right, so
background on Coach Scott.
This is Nick.
When Nick has to go, I just want to get these before I know Nick
On this little piggy. I mean,
oh, nice. All right.
So I'll be around a little bit longer.
Chris Benoit, Printing Any Social just reported that Aaron sent a letter to the prosecution regarding Aaron calling law enforcement regarding 3 witnesses. Any guesses? Hold on, what? Aaron sent a letter to the prosecution regarding Aaron. What is this?
I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, so apparently, I saw the letter. I haven't seen
This could be breaking.
the attached
This
filings.
might be the only
but
new
Aaron
thing.
has, trying to draw the court's notice to criminal complaints that he has made against 3 of the witnesses.
Nick, Kayla, and April.
I thought he did this months ago.
3 of the witnesses. There's only 2 witnesses. Oh, no, 1 witness he'd have a criminal complaint against.
Well,
Maybe
I would
April?
assume April and Kayla are the other 2 he's talking.
Maybe Gino. I mean, maybe he's like, the more Gino and Kiki talk, it's hurting him. So maybe he's just like, these guys should shut up. I've shut up. Aaron doesn't talk about it anymore. It's become very serious all of a sudden. And he's turned on Will Heron for even bringing up the trial.
Man, him going after Will's been really funny. Because it's like, why are you so mad at Will? He
It's
doesn't.
just like Doom.
All right, I'm gonna
last
put
week. Doom was
speaking
a
about
fake.
Will Heron, I'm gonna put a pause in this because I just can't bring myself to listen to one big ball washing viewing here. But speaking about Will Heron here, we'll start from the back end. No pun intended. This was Aaron the other day, yesterday to be exact, February 27, 2027, and he's in the overtime segment of his show, which we all know when he hits the goal, 350 a day, he does 30 minutes of overtime. So this is the paid portion of his show. This is what the paid portion was yesterday. Will Heron and whoever else in the chat, the Grand Poobah, I forget the exact chatter's name. I guess we're having like a little skirmish. And for the last 15 minutes of the show, Aaron was fixated on Will Heron and another random chatter's fight. It became the show. It took over the show so much so Aaron pretty much, what do they call it? Mailing it in? Pretty much mailed it in the last 15. Let's watch.
Will told me I'm jealous of his teeth. He might be right. He might be. I might,
And it is like just one more thing. It's fascinating to see Aaron be so fixated on this TV's Will Heron. It actually is kind of scary. He's almost like threatened by TV's Will Heron, which is kind of insane.
Oh, look at Will Heron's now saying, stop snitching to Aaron, man. Will, I got to be honest. Everybody snitches to me so fucking much. I'm tired of it. I open up my Twitter DM. Did you hear about this? Did you see this and that? 90% of it I don't even look at because I'm just like, guys? Because the 10.
Yeah, 90%. I don't even look at, he says. I mean, Okay. I guess you don't. You're just above it. You're above it all. People are sending me so much shit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because you're a show host, people feel like, hey, have you seen this? This one's talking about you. That one said this. What's your thoughts on, you've been accused of? And I was like, guys, come on. What are we, 5? But then meanwhile, like there's clip after clip, Nick Rekieta and, accountability and Kevin Brennan on Rumble and Chad Zumock, this and... Which is it, man? You pay attention to all of it or you pay attention to none of it?
10% I do look at, I'm like, I just consider, I go, guys, we're in our 30s and 40s. Some of us are in our 50s. Let's stop.
Oh, but that's too far, but begging like a fucking, chimpanzee, homeless chimpanzee, that's acceptable? Okay, got it.
McBuster says, you know what? I'm ready to just cover the McBuster-Will Heron chat fight.
Yeah, here it is.
For the rest of overtime. McBuster says, fucking ball washer for a cunt that gives his kid Coke. Barnacle be gone. Oh, shit. I got to be honest, McBuster. I was having fun. You're hitting a little hard here. Will says, that's all you got, McSnitch? Oh, see, I didn't know Will was calling you McSnitch. I mean, I didn't know the gloves were off. No one talks to you because you snitch so much. Oh, it's getting high school up in this bitch. Nobody likes you, dude. McBuster app answers with, stop being a whiny mole. Oh, shit. You gonna let him call you a mole, Will? Bro, you gonna let McBuster call you a fucking mole? Listen to him. Will says McBuster is snitching. You're a journalist. You should know the meaning of the term allegedly.
They're literally.
McBuster says, Will Heron, your teeth are like urinals. Oh, bro, he's saying people piss in your mouth. I want to piss in your mouth. Oh, he literally did just say that. Look at that. He wants to piss in your mouth.
I mean, this is what the show has devolved into.
I mean, in an odd way, kind of a compliment, right? Because he's saying your mouth looks nice. I guess he wants to piss. You usually want to piss somewhere clean, And then he adds R.I.P. Greg Giraldo at the end of it. Weird way to shout out and tribute to Greg Giraldo. Fair enough. Will says, McSnitch, you couldn't afford my teeth. Oh, shit. Will's got expensive horse teeth. Fuck you, McBuster.
I mean, what is going on?
Making speech free. Hey, making speech free again. Stay out of this fight. It's between Will and McBuster. We're having fun. Although he does ask a good question. McBuster, you want to piss in a man's mouth? I've learned not to judge. McBuster says, just another ankle biter. A lot of people writing World Star. Oh, snap.
If you just scan ahead, we can just scan ahead.
Nothing, McBuster.
I mean, the last 15 minutes of this show.
Premiere McBuster snitch video coming up live.
Is just Aaron covering this weird McBuster and Will Heron skirmish. And mind you, this is a radio pro. This is what they teach you in radio school.
It got ugly for a while, but I feel like we've brought it in for a landing, and all parties involved are now. Oh wait, nope, never mind. No. Will goes, LOL. You should go out and get a job, McSnitch. This is so mean. I mean, this is why Ukraine never ends,
I mean, cool show, bro. I mean, seriously, as far as cool goes and shows, you got the coolest.
That's very cool.
Dopest, well prepped out, well thought out show. I mean, you're really, doing it big, man. Doing it big. Reading chat fights now, are we?
Shit like that. All right, what's this A37 look like?
All right, so that was Aaron yesterday. I mean, really I just saw that the other day, and I'm just like, this is, to me, it's just bizarre to watch. What am I watching? You're just commenting on the chat. Like, literally, you're just commenting on the chat. What are we doing here? And again, mind you, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but that's the paid segment, the paid portion of the show. It's what the audience pays for. And you're just reading two people's chats. I want to go to 225. I think this is the right clip. Yeah, 225. Steel Toe talking about sex talk. This is where it all started in the beginning of today's show. I mean, I keep losing these clips. This is insane. All right, here we go. 225, Aaron talking about the state of Steel Toe and how it was and how he found it to be cringe when it comes to sex talk. Let's hear him out.
Oh, fuck. I can't remember. I can't see it. Oh, yeah. It was My Lost Interest. There it is. It says, I can't imagine being in pain 24/7 like Johnny. Yeah. So when people go like, I don't know, like people think I should be upset when he's low energy. Like, I don't know. I'm just confident that Johnny's given me everything he's got at any given time. And like, I thought it was funny on Monday when I was all fired up and ready to go. And then your host goes, yeah. It's like, it gives me Jeffrey Tambor, Gary Shandling, Larry Sanders show vibes. You know, it's just one of those weird things. My Lost Interest says, Aaron totally missed it. When SP says you look stressed, she was hinting that maybe she could help you with that. She does. Oh, you mean like a sex thing? Stop it. That is private, sir. But I'll tell you this much. My Lost Interest. Oh, maybe I'm a narc. My Lost Interest might have just like.
By the way, imagine being 37 years old and wearing a Brett the Hitman Hart t-shirt and thinking that was like dope. I mean, where did you get this at? Target? I mean, cool shirt, bro. Cool wrestling shirt.
Oh, but I'll tell you this much.
Cool 90s wrestling shirt.
Lost Interest. Oh, maybe, you know what? My Lost Interest might have just like walked me into a clip here.
He didn't.
I'll tell you this.
I mean, talk about just the narcissism that like everything you say, you think is going to be clipped. I mean, but here, let's hear him out because he's going to get into the sex talk and how people didn't like the state of Steel Toe when April was on the show because it got too sexual. And now that he's away from April, the show can continue to grow. It's truly the wildest thing because if anyone watches Steel Toe at any point, there's probably going to be some sexual innuendos and talking points throughout that show. So it's like you haven't gotten away from it. It's still the same thing. I mean, I remember when he was talking about fingering Slam Piece's, rear end when he got too drunk playing cornhole at a block party over the summer. So it's like, just because April's gone doesn't mean you still don't do the same things. But anyway, let me stop rambling. Aaron.
People have sent me old clips.
People have sent me old clips, by the way, which you only scan 10% of them. Mind you, we just showed you that. People are sending me things all the time. I don't even look at 90% of it. But the other 10 I do. I'm just like, guys, can we just grow up? But here he is commenting on the clips that people send him. So again, which is it?
Of like the old shows April and I used to do. And I gotta say, what a different show it is now. In a good way.
And of course in a good way.
Old shows April and I used to do. And I gotta say, what a different show it is now. In a good way.
Definitely not in a good way. I think the show has really fallen the fuck off, which was kind of hard to do from a show that wasn't really much anyway, To fall off from the place you were, I mean, it tells you everything. So you think the show has got better since April? I'd actually argue, not that April brought anything to the table, but at least there was like somewhat of a dynamic, and she was your wife, and I mean it was better than this, to be honest with you. Let's keep watching.
But also, I don't know how you guys put up with some of that fucking disgusting sex shit. I mean, I'm ashamed of myself. That was disgusting. Like just putting that shit on display. Like what a pukey, awful, gross people. Like people don't want to hear that shit. I hate to sound old fashioned, but I got to meet people where they are. And I think that's where people are. They're like, all right, we get it. Sex. Sexy sex. All right. Sex. Don't we sex? We do sex. Ugh. Shut the fuck. Like I'm embarrassed. Like I built this show in 2014 into what it was. And I feel like I took a fucking sledgehammer to it. When we would do shit like that. Like I was killing my own creation. So now with my relationship now, I'm not sitting here sexy sex and sex.
So again, April's fault for the reason why the show was suffering and he was killing his own show. These are his words. I buy it, but again, it's like There was a clip yesterday. He's talking about dick sizes and tits and this and that. And again, the slam piece thing. He's always. Point is, there's always been sex. That is steel toe. The S in steel toe stands for sex talk. ST, sex talk. It's literally the abbreviation. So it's just okay. I mean, whatever you got to tell yourself, man.
So now.
But it's just another example of him blaming April, too, for the way things were.
Now, with my
Listen,
relationship now, I'm not sitting here sexy, sex, and sex. We're a couple. Do the fucking math. But it doesn't have to be fucking... Ugh.
Mind you, Nick Rekieta let... Again, this man thrust his wife.
Do the fucking math, but it doesn't have to be fucking...
And allegedly, according to Nick, Aaron's got a bendy peen. God, I started today's show stating that I didn't want to really do sexual talk, but yet here we are. That's like this is what everyone's go-to is. Like old school radio jocks and comics, their go-to is some sort of sex talk. Guys, get it together. We're not in the 90s, 2000 anymore. Sex talk isn't. It's gay. Cringe. Who cares? I mean, what do you want, a gold star? For your sex? I mean, seriously. How ridiculous. Are you 15?
We're a couple. Do the fucking math. But it doesn't have to be fucking... Ugh.
I mean, these faces are incredible. In-fucking-credible. I mean, I could sit here and just observe this all day and go frame by frame and just do this.
Couple, do the fucking math, but it doesn't have to be fucking...
I mean, that's actually scary. That's actually pretty fucking chilling. Look at this man. Sex talk. Am I right? Holy shit. I mean, I can't. Again, Nick and Aaron are Eskimo brothers. Confirmed, by the way. Nick allowed that to happen. So before you want to start shitting on, again, you want to be Team Nick, just remember, he willingly let this man into his home, around his children, inside and behind his wife, and himself, probably. Nick allowed these lips to get close to himself. Nick has probably like some sort of relationship and understanding with Aaron's tongue. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's experienced Aaron's tongue in a way which would scar the average person. Nick knows this tongue. He's felt this tongue. He's touched this tongue. I mean, that's kind of nuts, man. That is kind of nuts. Sorry, I'm like seriously mind blown right now just by this face. Like, it's scary.
I'm insecure, guy. It's like it pussy.
Like, the point he's making isn't wrong, by the way. Like, he's making a good point. Sex talk is gay and cringe. But then it's like, again, you're basically, like, I'd say 27% of steel toe is, no, maybe more, like 37% is sex talk. There's begging, there's low-hanging fruit, racial jokes and whatnot, racial, gay, homophobic, like kind of all those edgy humor, if you will. That's a percent. I'd say maybe 20% of that is steel toe. Begging is like 40% of its own. So you got begging, you got sex talk, you got edgy humor. I mean, really, you could probably break it down into a third. Like 33% for each. That is steel toe. So it's, again, good point, but you're basically calling yourself cringe. You're basically calling yourself out, and you don't even realize that's how stupid you are.
Fucking, bleh. I'm insecure, guys. I get pussy.
I need this as a drop, by the way.
Fucking, bleh. I'm insecure, guys. I get pussy.
Bleh. Like, I couldn't even,
Bleh. Do the fucking math, but it doesn't have to be fucking, bleh. I'm insecure, guys. I get pussy. I'm an insecure man. Pussy. I'm talking about... If you're on the air talking about pussy all the time, you're an insecure, probably a homosexual.
Oh, so you're a homosexual. Is that what you're saying? Got it. Okay. Again, it's so... You're calling yourself out, and you don't even realize that. You're calling yourself a homosexual, and you don't even get it.
The time, you're an insecure, probably a homosexual. Probably a homosexual.
A hobosexual.
But yeah, I see some of those clips, and I just go, ugh, what a fucking asshole I am.
So did we at the time.
Landers says the chemistry is great between you and Johnny. Just don't ask him about the milking business. It's been rough. I'm sure it has.
All right, so that's Aaron's brilliant take about how basically sex talk, and if you're saying you get pussy all the time, you're probably homosexual. So confirmed Aaron is, in fact, a homosexual.
And that's a fucking fact.
Let's go back into Nick and this little piggy and see what's going on here. And I think, let's see, how long is this last little clip from Sothar? It's 10 minutes. We might just finish off with Nick and this little piggy. We might do like another 5 or so minutes and then get out of here and get the weekend started. Thank you for everyone who tuned in today, helped out the show, contributed to the show. It means a lot. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, subscribe, do whatever you got to do, share the show. Next show, I think, probably be Monday at some point. But here, let's go back into this little piggy and see what's going on. Nick Rekieta is live with them. I don't think he's going to be on that much longer. And then we'll get out of here ourselves. Let's see what's happening.
He was a monster and a liar. He wrote that in his shitty handwriting on a letter that I had up until recently, because if the state was going to produce a witness, I was going to produce evidence that the witness considers themselves a liar. It was going to be glorious.
It's this letter writing. Is this like a Minnesota thing, or is it Aaron thing? Because he made.
Hold on, Nick wrote Aaron a poem. They're all faggots.
But everybody knows I'm gay. I'm a literature major. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Nick sucks. Hey, Nick, you suck, bro.
For him, and I appreciate it. It's just like that was the easiest way to communicate before cell phones. You would pass a note to somebody in between classes, and then they would respond and pass it back to you instead of paying attention.
He encouraged April to write a letter to Ashley, which torpedoed their relationship. Like, it feels like his daughter.
I don't know who stole this from who, but we see the same move done by none other than Aaron Imholte.
Getting angry.
Who stole the
people because it makes him sad. Like,
I think I don't even know. I think Aaron has.
Yeah, it's all letters around Aaron.
Like, I think a part of Aaron does think Nick is cool, because I think Aaron took this, because up until he used to hang out with Nick, I never seen Aaron do this ever before. And then only until the Nick stuff is when you started seeing Aaron poking his fucking cheeks. You just saw it there from Nick. That's fascinating. And I saw Melton cover something revolving around Aaron poking his face the other day. and making fun of it, but yet Nick just does it and he doesn't say a word. Funny how that works.
He wanted his kids to. He wanted to be able to say, "My kids came to me and they're so upset about it." That was an important storyline for him, and he created it.
One of the things that I think he did was
Noga seems to think Aaron will transition in the next
to me,
year.
I think he did.
What, into a female?
He would have suggested, if April makes you sad, I would understand if you cut her out of the picture.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gave her special scissors. Like, I got you.
You guys can't see this.
So it's like literally like you're handing somebody a razor blade to slit their wrist. Like, I know it'll help you not hurt anymore. Just go ahead. Like, you want to go long ways. It's like, okay, fuck. The one pun, Aaron at karaoke, Cummy Roads, take me home. Yeah, I bet he has a whole slew of parody songs.
Quick question. How old was April when Aaron first met her? Could that explain Mooby's projection on Patrick?
I too. Do you know anything about this? Like the field trip that April took when she was in high school to Aaron's radio station? Do you know anything about this?
I have heard the story. I don't remember the details sufficiently. I believe she was 17. However, in Minnesota, I believe that would have been within the age of consent at the time.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a field trip. It's all fine anyway. But like the fact that he was able to circle back and like, oh, you don't have your book bag today, huh? You're a big girl. You're all grown up. It's like, Jesus Christ. Just the fact that it happened is nuts. Beloved chatter, congrats on a truly hilarious midlife crisis, Nick.
Thanks. I told you guys I was going to do it, and I was going to do it hard. I was going to do it on my terms. Nobody believed me. They're like, why is he buying a Mustang? I told you I'm having a midlife crisis.
That's why I got the Tesla.
I told you I was having a midlife crisis, so therefore...
I told you guys, like, I wasn't going to be hit by a midlife crisis. I was going to do it straight down the fucking alley, man.
Yeah, beloved chatter. Nobody even knows about your midlife crisis. That's how fucking low key it is.
So does that excuse it? Is that what you're saying?
Here's $100 from Coach DK.
I told you I was going to have a midlife crisis. I was going to do it myself.
Unrelated, but we'll hear it out. Anonymous, did you hear about Will and Ralph doing coke in Mexico? What? No, I did not.
Hey, Nick, could you mute your keyboard as you aggressively smack your keys?
Nick is the white Pookie in New Jack City, but with rich parents and
you're on a fucking show for crying out loud.
Crack babies. They're cocaine babies. Get it right.
I wiped the cocaine from my upper lip, grinning as Andre, my fellow doughy tweet.
I love it when jokes don't stick.
With deliberate care. You're a mess, mon cher, he murmured, his eyes so dreamy. Just a second.
Even if you didn't do cocaine in Mexico, you should lie about it. It sounds way cooler.
I received a message from Tukey. Nick, he's asking. It's not me. It's Tukey asking this. He's asking, was Aaron ever penetrated, toy or otherwise? Haka, I guess.
I cannot honestly answer that question. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, right. There's that fucking...
I'll let Tukey know.
Whatever a man sticks up himself is a man's business. Too short, long dogs. So... Excuses are like, well, you know. I don't. Hey, Nick.
I think they're saying that you're just letting Nick make excuses.
Prior to everything falling apart with you guys, Morocco Mole. Yes.
Yes. Not only that, Aaron was, while Aaron was trying to get April back, he was already talking to Slam Piece. And
you said 2 days before they were like officially done, he was with her.
Yeah, I don't know if he might have been with her. I don't remember if he was with her, but
Nick doesn't remember much, huh?
Having like very long conversations with her.
But you remember that,
like April 2nd or something. I mean, it might have actually been before April left him, but we didn't know at the time. Like we found out later.
I'm sure she's like a normal, nice person, but like you got to be fucked up to like be a guy's marriage rebound twice, and now it seems like I don't even know. It's been so long now. It seems like they're in a real relationship, and he's been hinting and talking about marriage a lot. They're talking about going on vacations together.
All right. I mean, so I just can't. I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. I get it. Like I said, I'm all for the destruction of Aaron. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. Just as much as the next person. But when you sit there and you know, you just don't let Nick. There's absolutely zero pushback when it comes to Nick. All right, that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for an amazing day.
This has been a very fun show.
Very fun show. Very fun week.
I didn't realize it's almost 6 o'clock. I started the show at 1. I said I was only doing 3.5 hours today. Wound up doing almost 6. It's unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Yeah, how much? 4.5 hours. I think the next show will be some point Monday, either afternoon or morning. Just look for a thumbnail. You know what to do. Thank you to everyone for an amazing show. I got to get running here. My headache came back. Sweaty try hard. And I were battling headaches. And I need to go crush some more ibuprofen. Get it into my system. Thank you so much. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend. Jeff Closers of the world, Kush King, Noga, Poignant Pachyderm, and everyone else in between. Thank you so much. Share the show, hit the like button, do what you got to do. Monday. We'll see you all on the next one. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't do anything I would do. But you know what to do. Kind of coast on by. Tom, let's hear from Tom.
No, hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. Pretty solid effort all around, I would say. Mostly from Corey and I. Luke had some good points. But all in all, a good show. Thanks for everybody for being here. Let's call it a night.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. We're going to call it a night now. And I'm going to go make some chicken parmesan. I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay black. Black History Month is finally over. We could celebrate. We could rejoice. Ray DeVito, you need to expose Liam, by the way. That needs to happen. And I think he is. So hopefully the plan goes off without a hitch, hopefully, when he brings on Keith. Because I'm all for that shit. Fuck Steel Toe. Keep it real. Stay safe. We'll see you on the other side. Goodbye.